Live from Las Vegas at the GCA show. After 2 years of hiatus, we're back in Vegas. World's largest cardboard trade show booth. Live here in Martinsville, Indiana. Live from Norwood Royal Cigars.
When you guys said, you know, we want you to come on the show once a month, I was like, dude, this is it.
Happy afternoon here from cloudy Florida.
Happy afternoon.
Happy afternoon.
Presented by Kristoff Cigars, along with Hiram Solomon Cigars, and coming to you live from the Corona Cigar Company studios.
Not getting it for
Bob doesn't get anything. He can't hear.
Listen
So we start the show immediately with Bob not hearing.
Listen to this
So
guy.
he needs to get hearing aids. I've told him that already for about a year.
just make play with the board and
There is no playing with the board. You
got
got plenty of sound, Bob. Plenty of sound. All right, folks, we are live from SmokeInn Lounge in Boynton Beach, and everyone's waiting on Cigar Beauty. We couldn't find Cigar Beauty because she's actually a little late. She had some headwinds flying in. She should be in about a half hour. But we met Angelo, who is actually very new to the cigar world and the cigar industry, but he has visions of doing a podcast when he retires from the Board of Ed in New York. So,
and he's going to probably move down here. You have to.
Without a doubt. Let me see. New York, Florida.
Yeah, really.
No-brainer.
Absolutely. No, we know that. So what got you into cigars, Angelo? What made you kind of turn to a cigar?
I quickly realized, believe it or not, I still socialize with my childhood friends.
Okay.
And we really don't play sports anymore because we keep getting hurt. So we
Maybe it's the weight.
So it could be the weight
And the age.
And the age, we're getting up there. So when I turned 50, I found it very liberating. A lot of people struggle with the age. I love the number 50. So my friends and I a couple of guys started picking up golfing. It wasn't really my thing, but we would get together to have a cigar.
Right.
Now, of course, as a brand new cigar smoker, you go through the tendencies of finding the right cigar, the right mix, because either you're puking everywhere or you're not really, handling it correctly. Right. So finally, I could say I know enough to, basically with a sit down and enjoy a cigar like I'm doing today and enjoying watching you guys and being a new subscriber, by the way.
Great.
Awesome. I'm getting all my friends,
awesome.
Frank and Bob, great guys. And that's how we started. So we do get together on the occasion to have a cigar, and it's never rush. We really enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to it.
That's
I'm
awesome.
That's continue
awesome.
Doing it.
Well, it's meant to be relaxing. Don't ever rush it.
No. That's one thing about smoking cigars that you all have in common, that we all do, is share that passion that we've obtained over the years. And now knowing that, this place is starting to rock and roll already, and it's only 1 o'clock. And we have a special guest. See, we said that we're going to have special guests dropping in, and he's actually over there. I'm not going to tell anybody yet because he's enjoying a cappuccino and he's smoking. But Shirtless Mike is here, folks. Shirtless Mike is in the house, and we're going to bring him on. We'll say goodbye to Angelo and thank him for coming on and saying hello to us and subscribing.
Frank, a pleasure. Thank you guys,
so very
Bob.
much.
Thank you very
Safe
much.
ride home
Thank you,
tomorrow.
everybody. Yes,
Absolutely.
I'm flying
Don't forget-
back home.
Yeah, fly and fly safely.
I can't wait to get back to 30 degrees and rain and snow.
I'm sure
looking
you're
forward to it.
anxious.
Thank you, boys.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you,
Shirtless
Angela.
Mike, come on in. You know, you never know who you're going to come across at a cigar lounge. So knowing that when I saw Shirtless Mike, I'm like, okay, he's got to come on and he's got to have no shirt because that's what he's known for. So listen, Cigar Beauty is going to be here. We asked Shirtless Mike to basically disrobe for us because we couldn't do that with Cigar Beauty. So
Well.
Shirtless Mike, you're the next best thing to someone being shirtless on the show. So
Definitely.
So what's happening, buddy?
Nothing much, man. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Oh, absolutely. When we saw you, I'm like, wait a minute, I know that guy.
It took a couple of seconds because you had a shirt on,
Ron,
so we
yeah.
didn't recognize you
Yeah.
right away.
But, you know, I got the logo on the shirt, so you
That's
already know it's going to be live. You're going to know it's me.
But it could have been a groupie.
It could have been. You never know. You never know. So, Mike, tell me a little bit about how you got started in cigars, and then all of a sudden you became like this phenom because you decided to go shirtless, and that kind of made you different, right? I mean,
Yeah. So I've been smoking cigars ever since I was 18, back when you could still be 18 and buy cigars and everything. So I've, been around locally, the cigar community in Brevard County, just the average cigar guy, got really into it. And, it's hot in Florida, so I would get off of work and, it'd be hot. I get home, I'm just like this after a long day. And, I'm a part of a bunch of different cigar groups. And
Right.
so a lot of people started knowing my face because I have a very recognizable face. And then from
it's a
there,
baby face. You kind of have a little baby face.
a little bit.
Just
but
a little bit.
I just turned 33, but hey,
Have you?
When
I would've never guessed.
when I get up in age, I got
You're
good.
still gonna have. You got that good
I have-
genes.
I
that
have great
youthful
genetics.
genes. That's right. You do. You do.
So, yeah, I started getting known through that. Then I had people every once in a while. They would be like, "Oh, it's Shirtless Mike," and then so, I basically kind of ran with it as a movement, and I started writing for Stogie Press.
Awesome.
For a couple years, and then that's how I kind of got known, and people realized I'm not just
a pretty face.
or some weird guy or whatever. They know I have some knowledge behind what I do.
Right.
And then I went and started my own thing. Now I have my own show, Herf's On Live, every
Right.
Tuesday at 7:30.
Yep. He's right
Eastern
on
time.
before us, so you got to make sure you.
These
check
guys
out
are my
Shirtless Mike.
competition.
Nah, we're not really. Hey, since most people are watching yours, they can come over to watch ours.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
Either that, or you could change your time slot to be less competitive with us. I mean,
Yeah, but
we're like,
it's a friendly competition,
is,
and
it is.
and there's no hatred.
no.
Listen,
Listen,
it's not a real competition.
No,
but
it's
So
all-
next week, watch him at 6 p.m. on Wednesday nights.
So, Mike, what kind of events? I mean, obviously, it seems like you get around.
yeah.
So, traveling is part of what you do, right?
Yeah, I try to make different cigar events, as much as I can. The Great Smoke is an event I make it to because I live like 2 hours away. So
Perfect.
it's something that I do. And I threw my first official birthday bash on Wednesday that started off the entire Great Smoke weekend.
Wow.
And
Nice.
it was
Happy
pretty-
birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. Yeah. Big 33, you said.
33 on
Wow.
Tuesday.
33.
Yeah.
3-3. Wow.
Enjoy
I
it.
remember when I was 33. That was a long time ago, folks. A long time ago. Let's see who's on. Let's say hello. We've got Ian Simpson's on. Bruce, of course. Hey, Bruce. How are you? We know you're always out there lurking, watching and lurking. That would be Bruce Stark. We love Bruce.
Oh,
He's,
shouts out to Bruce. I've met him on
met him?
various social media.
Yeah, Bruce is always
Virtual Herfs.
He is a cigar fiend,
Yes.
Yes.
and
yes.
he's an avid fan. We love
And he's
Bruce,
Santa Claus.
and he is
Yeah,
Santa
yeah.
Claus. But he cleaned up. Did you see?
Yeah, like
all
after
shaven. It was
Christmas,
like
after Christmas
Christmas is
season.
like, what happened, Bruce? You're not supposed to just like.
But he's the real Santa Claus. I know a couple guys, but like
Oh.
he's one of the most.
And look who's on, Ronnie Pecorini. He's
Of
missing us.
course.
Oh,
He's in Chicago freezing his ass off.
Too bad.
Just sorry, Ron. sorry.
Too bad.
It's a little cold there, but we're
It's
covering
92
it.
degrees here.
We're covering it. You see, Ron, we're flexible. Cigar Beauty couldn't make it on time, so we were able to quickly, move and shake and groove. And we've got Shirtless here with us, enjoying a smoke. And what are you smoking? You did tell me what
I'm
you're
smoking a
what's that?
Cavalier
Cavalier.
Genevieve.
That's right.
It's almost done. I should have grabbed my my
should've
travel
grabbed your
case.
tra-
and
The
lit
roach
something
clip.
else
You need
up.
the roach clip,
soon.
man.
But it's all good. I'm enjoying it. It's an awesome cigar.
Excellent. So, if you were to go and, I mean, what do you stock in your humidor, Mike? I'm sure people want to
Your
know.
go-tos?
Your go-tos. Things
Well,
that you're going to reach.
I work at a cigar lounge, so I don't really keep that big of a stock at home.
Oh, you don't need to.
You don't need
because
to.
I'm
You
You're
have
not
one
allowed.
giant
I'm always
humidor.
going back and forth, so I have a couple travel cases, and I'm not a collector. I'm a smoker. That's kind of my forte on things. Some people like to collect, but I smoke. I just buy as I go.
Right.
I go to events like this, buy some more, but I'm getting cigars as part of the event. So
Right.
I
Nice.
smoke everything. Like in the morning time, I like a nice Connecticut. I
Yeah,
smoke
me
a lot
too.
of AJ Fernandez,
Love
Steve
AJ.
Saka. I call him Uncle Steve.
Uncle Steve. Yes.
I mean, and you guys look like you could be related, so like it's cousins.
He's my cousin.
Well, we're cousins, but Steve is he's a brother from another mother. He's just a little bigger than we are.
Yeah. I mean,
He works out a lot.
you guys are like the Wish.com version of Steve Saka.
Yeah, I know.
We're smoking Steve cigar right now.
We're smoking Steve. Mi querida.
Mi carita.
Carida. Oh, there you go.
You gotta roll your tongue a little bit.
Carida. But we're enjoying this stick.
But yeah, I'm all over the place when I come. When it comes to cigars,
You kind of branch from everything.
As long as it's a good cigar, I can
Right.
appreciate something out of each cigar.
Exactly. I
Because
think
now that I
that's
sell cigars, I try to smoke everything that's in the humidor, even if it's not something I would generally go to. That way I can know how that tastes. So if somebody says, when I
This is what
ask
I'm looking
somebody
for. Right.
what they're looking for, I can be like, oh, this is kind
There
of
you
going to
go.
fall in your wheelhouse.
right.
And then I could take them and I could put people on new cigars as well.
Right. And I think that's the biggest thing. And it's important for someone
is
like
important.
yourself who works at a cigar shop to be knowledgeable, because that's the most important thing a consumer needs from you.
Yep.
Because a lot of times people are afraid to venture outside of their comfort zone,
Absolutely.
because they don't want to be burned. I mean, I know I started smoking in the early 90s, like 1990. And I was strictly a Padron smoker. That's all I smoked. Because back then I would go and try other sticks, and I felt like I was being let down, because Padron was like always on point. I never worried about it being consistent. It was true time and time again. But I think what the 90s produced in the end was a second generation of boom, which is today.
Yeah.
And today's manufacturers are so good that Padron, and I understand Padron being, they're up here, they're like godlike in the cigar industry. But I think what they need to realize too is having that connection to the consumer. And I think that they might lose that a little bit, just a little, because,
they don't have reps.
They don't have reps.
Yeah.
It's strictly
important.
family members, and it's strictly based on reputation.
Yeah.
And I think what happens is with companies that are big in an industry, I hope that they don't forget that they need to touch base with their consumers on a different level. People like Steve Saka. People like the guys that are going to be here, the new kids on the block.
Yeah.
You got Jeff and Chris from Amendola Family Cigars.
The boutique industry is coming up really strong.
strong.
Some
So,
amazing
a lot
cigars.
of strong people, with great palettes, and they're not just getting samples. Like they're going over to the factories. They're very hands-on.
Exactly.
A lot of brand owners like that.
Exactly. So I think
heavily
that's
involved.
the thing that we all love about this industry is the opportunity for people. One of our good friends now, he's become a great friend, is Howard G.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Straight out of Orlando. I know him very well.
Howard,
I live an hour from Orlando. So.
Yeah, so we're right in Orlando. I live in Lake Mary. Bob is in Deltona. So, I think that's the beauty of the industry. And for me, yes, I do smoke Padrones on special occasions. I'll pick up an Anniversario, 1920s. I'll smoke the things that I've smoked in the past.
Yeah.
And are they good? Of course, right? It's Padrones.
Yeah.
You're not going to be let down. And if you are let down, I haven't heard a person say,
Never.
I don't like a Padron.
Yeah.
I've never heard it. So I think the Ronnie, no, I'm Frank.
Who's Ronnie? You're Ronnie.
No, that's his
my
brother
brother.
Bob.
I'm
Who are
Bob.
you?
I'm Hussein.
Jose.
Oh,
Hussein. I'm
It's Hussein. He is the man, the myth, the legend.
The man, the myth, the legend.
You're it?
You are the
Wow.
He is the
Pleasure.
legend. He
You
is
are the
the legend.
legend.
Pleasure to meet you, man.
They gave you a You're just Jose. Hussein.
Hussein. Get it right. Hussein.
Like King Hussein. Oh, Saddam Hussein. No, you don't want to be associated with him. No. You want to have a seat? Sit down. No, you're okay. Okay.
Because I met so many people on social life, I want face-to-face meet them.
Gotcha.
So I want to come and
Oh, thank you.
Pleasure,
Thank
man.
you. Enjoy our channel. Subscribe.
Yesterday, Facebook friend request.
Oh, okay.
You look like him exactly.
I know.
Yeah,
My
it's
brother.
his brother, yeah. Too bad he looks like his brother. I know, we look alike. We're here. We're interviewing folks. We got Shirtless Mike. Obviously, you can see
You know
him.
Shirtless Mike?
He's
Live on the
shirtless.
show, man.
Joy Holly coming. You enjoy Holly?
Holly's coming.
So my friend at the airport to pick up her and her husband.
Oh, okay. They're picking up. Yes, I know. She's late. She's late. She let me know, and that's why she was going to be in at 1.
They're supposed to land at 11:10.
Yes,
Land
headwinds.
at 12. So actually they're on the way.
They're on their way.
But she told me that she's going to be arrived at
Yep.
1 o'clock.
Yep. She'll be here.
We're
She'll be
waiting
here.
for her.
We're waiting for. We're waiting for Cigar
I'm
Beauty.
the next best thing.
Not that we couldn't find another beauty, but this is a different type of beauty that we have displayed here. You know,
I am a shirtless sex god, for
right?
God's sake.
Exactly. You know, I have to say that.
Who else is watching this?
Let's see
on
who
there?
else we've got on. Well, Bruce is always, on Frankism. What do we get? Bruce, I don't make mistakes. You know that. Only once. Hey, Kyle Gesso is checking in.
Hey, Kyle.
It's a lovely 70 degrees in Vegas tomorrow night. Well, I know, right? Not bad.
It's a lovely 92 here.
Big Joe Galino. Joe Galino saying
Hey,
hi.
Joe.
Joe is
You know Joe?
from the Whiskey Network. You got to check out the Whiskey Network.
Definitely.
Go and follow Joe Galino. He does pairings. We had him on the show. We did a big pairing with Glenn Marenghi, A Tale of Winter. And we had Mark Kaufman, who has a YouTube channel. And it was a blow up. I mean, we blew up I think we exploded YouTube because of all of the things that we did. Right, Joe? I mean, we do get a little crazy, but hey, that's what we do. As we wait for Cigar Beauty, I wanted to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
As we've seen more and more influencers becoming a very big trend in the industry, obviously, I think it started out with Cigar Vixen. She kind of broke the mold, and she created a new industry.
And a new lane.
A new lane,
Yeah,
for
totally
women.
new lane.
And for women,
And now you have some men who are doing it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, good-looking guys, not guys old farts like us,
Yeah.
but good-looking guys like Josh. He's out there. I follow him. What do you think that does for the industry? Because it's interesting because all of a sudden, what they say means something.
Yeah. Well, what I think it does, there's older people, you guys' age range and older on social media, but a lot of times they're not doing it for the cigar aspect. So people in my age group from, mid-20s on up to, elder millennials at their 40s, that's kind of where they get their information.
Right.
And so, it just provides a way for those that are not going to read the cigar aficionados and other things to, and plus, we get to know a lot of these brand owners so we can, help people get to know them better. Kind of like what you guys do.
Right.
People come on your show, you gain notoriety. You're not a fly-by-night thing. So,
Right.
I mean, people got to realize, though, that being an influencer, it takes a lot of work. Like,
Hell yeah.
I work a regular job, so I also do, stuff for my movement and everything. And,
Right.
A lot of show prep goes in. There's very few shows that I could just vibe with somebody without notes. Sometimes I do, deep research. And
yes, us too.
You have
us
to.
Too. You have to
keep the flow going.
You got to keep the flow, and you never know who you're going to meet on air and how they are on air as a person.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting because we had never met Sean Williams from Cohiba.
Yeah.
And we had him on the show, and I think he was like taken back as to, because I put up some really kind of intimate information about Sean and his relationship with his college coach at Grambling. And I made him cry.
Oh, wow.
And he was like, "Oh man," he's like, you
You
got to
guys
go back.
got me.
You guys got me, But it's things like that I think it's that personal touch that you have to have with your guests.
Yeah.
And doing research is important.
Yep.
You have to know what their background is, because we all have a different story, right?
Yep.
And that's.
But this
Bob's
is the story that unites us all.
Yeah, exactly. And
At
Bob's
least.
story goes back to like 1850.
Yeah.
He's been smoking longer than probably anybody that I know, for sure. He's been smoking for 55 years.
Wow.
We had Cigar Blondie on from Platinum Nova Cigars this past week. And she was so nice. And I've never heard her voice. I've just followed her on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy cow. And then we smoked her cigar. It was fantastic. First time for us. And I liked that. She was like, "This is the first time you're smoking my cigar?" I said, "Yes." And I think it's important to get that first impression.
Yeah.
And we're honest. We're not going to tell you something that you want to hear.
Yeah.
We're going to be honest because, hey, every cigar is not for every person.
Exactly. Every palate's different.
Yeah. Yeah. So
It's not a bad cigar. It's just something that either appeals to you or it doesn't.
That's kind of what I say. I'm like, this didn't appeal to me, whatever cigar it is, which is, it's not a lot of times I have to say that, but there's times I'm like, it just didn't appeal to me. But if you like this, you might enjoy this.
Right.
That's the importance of smoking everything. But.
Oh, absolutely. And I think when you're smoking something, I think what's interesting for me is I have a pretty sensitive palate, and I can pick up on sometimes I have to put a cigar down after maybe the first third, or I start getting second, third. I start getting a very overwhelming bitterness to it.
That's because you're smoking it too fast normally.
Sometimes. But I've slowed down. I used to smoke like a chimney.
Like a bellows.
Like a bellows.
My
I would
God.
smoke it so fast, I basically, I'd burn out.
Yeah. I mean, there's an art to it. Like, one time I was, had, Boston Jimmy's a good friend of mine. He lives like 10
we
minutes
love
up
Boston Jimmy.
Lives 10 minutes up the road from me. So he came back from Nicaragua. He was at my house. I had a little herf going on. I was finishing a cigar. He walks into my garage, hands me a cigar. And I know he talks a lot and everything, and and smokes very, very slow. And he was only maybe halfway through, and I was almost at the nub. He's like, "Bro, you're
killing it.
You smoke way too fast. You got to slow down a little bit." And so I was like, "Okay." And then after that, I've kind of, it really improves. It really will affect your smoking experience.
Yes.
How I still smoke a lot of cigars a day, but I kind of cut it back though. Because you're smoking a lot slower and really cherishing that cigar.
Exactly.
You're not supposed to rush it. It's supposed to be
you're not supposed
your
to.
time to relax.
Yep.
That's the way I look at it. It's got to be a relaxing experience, and of course, a very social one.
Yeah.
So
But, yeah.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Is there a moment that you had smoking a cigar that you will never forget? Having that cigar, whether it was a special occasion or not, but something that will always live with you, and you'll always remember that time frame, like that moment where you had that cigar and you were like, "Oh man, I'm never going to forget this." Whether it was with friends that you shared a great time with, or whatever.
I have
a family show. So.
I have a lot of moments. I can't really, every day is a gift.
See? Getting grabbed, that's always a moment. That's a moment. See,
grabbed by the goat. I mean, there's a lot of moments. I have a cousin that passed away last year, and so I've always smoked cigars daily. But every chance I have to smoke a cigar, I just I'm thankful for that opportunity. Probably my 30th birthday, I was smoking cigars with some good friends in the driveway. Had a good time. I mean, there's so many opportunities.
Right.
I smoked a cigar with both of my cousins, the one who passed away last year, him and his brother, and that was a special time. They're not cigar smokers, but they wanted to try one, and
that's awesome.
And so, that's something I'll never forget. Just those little moments.
Absolutely. Now I'm thinking, Bob, any questions?
I'm an open book.
He is an open book. I don't want to start venturing into,
No, what got you into doing your podcast, though?
Well, so after I was a part of Stogie Press, me and Boston Jimmy, you know, if you remember,
Yes.
I was on Taking It to the Nub. We started it together.
Yep.
Then I kind of was on social media, taking my opinions too far. It was nothing really terrible, but I just went too far on, you know, expressing my opinion.
Right.
I came this close to getting canceled. So, you know, professionally we separated and all that. And then, so I just kind of relaxed for a little bit. And then I was like, okay, I call my garage the Herf Zone. I want to start my own show called Herf Zone Live. And, you know, I have people not just in the cigar industry, although lately I've been keeping it more cigar industry because that's the kind of stuff that people are looking for.
Right.
And there's so many people. I just try to be different with it. You know, I watch a bunch of different shows. I'm a huge fan of, you know, Taking It to the Nub, Kevin Shahan's show.
Oh, of course.
You know, he kind of, you know, his model of things, you know, very big prep is kind of what I model my show after.
Right.
So I just try to be different in every aspect. And you know, people have, you know, been impressed so far with the questions I ask because I'm not just asking like basic questions, you know, and I try to keep a track on what everybody else is asking.
Right. This way you could kind of throw in a curveball.
So I can, you know, I'm not asking the same stuff as everybody else.
Right. Right. And that's important. And I think that's part of what we enjoy most is that connection.
Yeah.
And being able to kind of uncover something that's new.
Yeah.
People always want to know what's new, right, guys? Everybody who's watching, they always want to know what's new, right?
Yeah. I'm sure you get asked that all the time at the store, right?
Yeah, definitely. You know, a lot of people locally watch my show. You know, there's some people, if people are not on social media, they may not know who I am, but people are on social media, they've heard of Shirtless Mike at this point.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, I've seen you all over social media, so I'm like, wait a minute, I know that guy when I saw you walk in.
Yep.
And it helps to have the show.
Yeah, and the cool part about having a show, you get to meet people that you smoke their cigars all the time. And you begin to develop friendships. Like me and Matt Booth are good friends.
That's awesome.
Great guy.
That's awesome. We got to get Matt on. We were supposed to get him on in PCA, but we were running.
Yeah,
it was a crazy
swamp.
But it's cool. I network with people from all over, and you know it's cool. You know, I've had Abe on a couple times, you know,
great.
to promote the Great Smoke. And I mean, just, you know, all my true friends come from the cigar world now because that's the world that I'm engulfed in.
Right.
And, you know, kind of the people from the past that I, you know, hung out with, they weren't really going in the direction I was going. There's no beef there.
Right.
I still got a lot of love for them, but, you know, I'm from both the hood and the suburbs, and a lot of people are not trying to elevate in life. And, you know, in the cigar community, there's a lot of people that came from struggle and now they're doing really well.
Oh, my God, yes.
And it provides me that motivation. So I'm still in the midst of being on the come up, or so to speak.
Right.
But,
Good for you.
just, you know, those relationships, they help inspire me on a daily basis to be better and do better.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Still not where I want to be, but I'm growing there.
You're growing.
And I'm on my way.
That's life. If you can't grow, you die.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but
Pretty
that's
much.
just the way it is. You know, the great thing is that today it's beautiful out. We're in sunny Florida. A lot of folks who are watching are in colder climates.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, man, I wish I could be there. So we need to get everybody to move to Florida so that you
Not everybody.
Oh, yeah, not
Otherwise,
everybody. That's
you know,
true.
Yeah.
It's going to tip the state.
That's true. It's already a little bit crazy here. To
No
begin with.
California bullshit.
No, none of that. No, we can't have that.
Keep that over
We'll
there.
keep that there. It's better.
That's all I'm going to say. I try not to talk about politics, but I'll say
that's
that
all
one
you
line.
need to say. That's all you need to say. You know why? Because we just don't need to tax our cigars like they tax them.
Yeah.
That's all I need to say.
I mean, our pipe tobacco is getting taxed like
it's
80%.
crazy. I know.
Went from like $6 something an ounce to like $8.60 or whatever.
So you smoke a pipe as well?
No, I don't. But at the shop that I work at, we sell pipe tobacco, and so that's been kind of recent, I guess. That I've been at the shop for 6 months, and it went from being one price to
a crazy price.
Yeah,
a little bit more. So
well, yeah, no, we have to worry.
We smoke a pipe too, so
yeah, I don't smoke a pipe, but I'm trying to learn a little bit more so I can help those, because most of the pipe smokers, they already know what they're talking about, so they know what they want to smoke. But occasionally you get the new guy in.
Well, it's kind of like what Steve did with the Stillwell.
Yeah, that was a good cigar.
Oh my God, great
wonderful.
cigar. If you're a pipe smoker, that really kind of.
He bridged the gap.
Yeah, he bridged the gap between and nobody really knew that Steve was an avid pipe smoker.
Yeah,
for years.
I've seen him do interviews talking about that, and he's kind of made some cigars with some pipe tobacco in it. But the fact that he actually finally pulled the plug, and it's something interesting. It's not going to be for everybody.
Right.
I think I was only really liking the
aromatic,
the aromatic, which is what everybody's been saying,
and everybody's blowing out.
It's
but
like
we love the
board.
Navy. We love the Navy.
The Navy's
The
great.
Navy is fantastic.
I like
the
every other
aromatic.
blend.
Even the women love it.
Yes.
You know, it's like that smells so good.
because it totally doesn't smell the house like a cigar.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, all of a sudden it smells like pipe tobacco.
I had somebody, a good friend of mine, house guest, Michael Caldwell. He's out in California. He said, smoke the cigar, the aromatic, put it down, leave the room, and then come back. It's going to really smell like pipe tobacco right there.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely, without a doubt. What time is it? I'm sure it's almost that time.
Time for you to get a watch.
1:30.
Time for me to get a watch. It's 1:30. That means that Holly should be arriving shortly. I'm sure.
And I haven't met her yet, and she's right in Orlando. I just haven't ran into her yet. I don't get over there as often, as I'd like, but
Right. So are you on the East Coast or on the West Coast?
I'm in Brevard County. I live in Melbourne on the East
Melbourne.
Coast. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're not far.
Yeah, not too far.
No, not
I
far
work
at
at
all.
Smoke Ring 72 on Merritt Island,
Okay, yeah. So
Right.
you're close to
right by the beaches.
NASA. You're out by NASA.
Yeah, we got a lot of guys who work out at the Cape, a lot
Right.
of Blue Origin guys that come and buy cigars from us.
Oh,
So
nice.
Shouts out to y'all, brothers.
Yeah, there you go.
A lot of awesome people.
Well, folks, make sure you keep tuning in because Cigar Beauty is on her way, and obviously she will be wearing a shirt. So it's not like the show is about being shirtless.
but it's expected for me to be shirtless. Like,
Right.
Like I came in with my branded shirt, but people are like, "Why are you wearing a shirt?" And I'm like, "Give us some time. It's gonna happen."
It's true. It's true. We love that about Mike. And any parting words that you want to say? People, a shout out to your show, where they can find you, how,
Yeah, definitely.
Instagram, wherever.
Yeah, my Instagram is Shirtless Mike 2020, and I broadcast my show every Tuesday at 7:30 on YouTube. At the channel is Team Shirtless Mike. But if you're lazy, just type in Herf Zone Live, and shows will come up, and you can click on anything and hit the subscribe button.
Perfect.
I got like 430 subscribers
Nice,
at this
that's
point.
great.
Still growing.
You got a lot more than we do. We
Yeah.
need to get our YouTube numbers up. Come on, folks. Get people out
If
there.
you're watching right now, like on Facebook, jump over to YouTube and subscribe to these guys.
Yes, exactly.
First time meeting them.
Yep.
Shirtless Mike stamp of approval while they're here in Florida.
We get Shirtless Mike's stamp of approval. You can't beat that, guys.
Yeah.
You can't. You really can't. I see we've got Jeffrey Amendola. He's
Oh,
at
yeah.
the 2:00 hour.
He's
So,
walking around.
I know Chris, his business partner, is also down here in Florida, but he's
Having some difficulties
He's
right
having
now
some
getting
car
here.
issues.
Yeah, he's trying to get here. He's trying to
get a
arrive.
ride. He's trying to get a ride. I'm thinking maybe he's heard of an app called Uber. We'll try to get him set up with an Uber ride here. But they'll be coming on soon, folks. Let's see who else is on. Ron is there. Mickey Peg will be here. We got all kinds of folks showing up.
Oh yeah, Mickey
Yeah,
Peg's a good
Mickey,
guy. I was
he's
hanging
just
out
in
with him in
from
Tampa.
Nicaragua.
Yeah, he's just flying in
Yeah.
from
He's flying in.
Nicaragua.
So let me play. I know this is your show. Let me take over for a second
Go ahead,
to
go
kill
ahead.
some time. So, who are you guys looking most forward to seeing? Maybe you haven't met them before. Maybe you had an existing relationship. Like,
Well, we're looking forward to having Ishmael on.
yeah, he came to
Ishmael.
my birthday bash Wednesday. It was good to finally
Oh, yeah?
meet him.
Oh my God, Ishmael!
He's a lot of
Ishmael
fun.
is one
I
of
was
the
drunk as
nicest
hell
guys.
at that point, but
Yeah, that's okay.
I remember meeting him.
Ish can put a few back too.
Yeah,
he
I think he
can.
was drunk too. So we were like, "Hey, brother, how you doing?" Bro? He's like, "Hey, brother, how you doing?" Shout out to Ish.
And I don't know if you've smoked his Pure African yet.
No, I haven't even really smoked his cigars.
Oh
I don't
my
order a
God.
lot of stuff
Oh my
online.
God.
I gotta,
You gotta
he's-
order it.
Yeah, I gotta get some
it's
to make that
crazy.
exception.
Get
good.
that cigar. Oh my
Oh
God,
my
is it delicious?
God.
Wow.
You will. I mean, and we've smoked a lot of great cigars.
Yeah.
We had his Pure African. There is no one producing a Pure African cigar except for him. It's all pure African tobacco. And he literally blew us away last year when we tried it. And then I ordered some and I had it again. And we were like, holy shit. This
Yeah, it's
cigar
top shelf.
is top shelf.
Really
where
is.
it will blow you away. It's unlike anything you've ever tasted. It's that different because, Africa is one of the most fertile soils in the world.
Yeah.
So you can only imagine what's coming out of there, right? I
Yeah.
mean, that's unreal. So that's someone that we're looking forward to seeing. I know Abe is going to be busy, so we won't see Abe.
Yeah.
Probably not
He's
today.
going to be.
Yeah, he already told me in advance. He said, "Don't take offense if he's
I
not at my
know.
party."
I
But
know.
Yeah, he told us to.
he had people, but I understand because I know I've seen the process.
Ooh.
I've known him for quite a few years now, so they no offense taken. I'll see him when everything's over and
Exactly. When he could breathe.
I know. Les,
and even then he's not going to breathe.
That's true. He does
Yesterday
it.
he was in his hot tub saying, "I had to take 5 minutes just to relax."
You got to.
Exactly.
Hey, Joe.
Oh,
Come over here, Joey.
Hey, he's busy. He's busy. But yeah, no, that's it. We're like I said, we're hanging out here with Shirtless Mike, of course.
Yeah, I was trying to get another celebrity.
I know.
I mean,
little Joey's big too. He might be little, but he's big.
Joey's bigger than me as far as like people knowing him. Like,
yeah, that's true.
He will stand in one place for 8 hours because everybody's trying to come and talk to him.
I know. Like right now, you tried to pull him aside. He was like, "No, thank you."
He's like, "I got
I'm
stuff
out.
to do.
I got
Fuck
shit
out of here."
I got shit to do. Don't start pulling me into any conversation you're trying to have.
Yeah, but I talk to Joey all the time, so it's
there
you
go.
it's all good. There's no
Perfect. But that's it. I mean, I think we're going to take a quick commercial break because we haven't really.
Yeah, we have to.
I think it's time to take a quick commercial break.
Got to pay the bills.
We got to pay the bills. I don't know. Bob is always telling me go to commercial, or is that his brother?
That's Ronnie.
That's his brother.
That's
So
Ronnie.
let's go for a quick round of commercials. We'll be back.
This industry is steeped in family and tradition. There's generational stuff, and I see it over and over, and yet I didn't come from that. Being the outsider looking in, I got to ask all the silly questions, and people were very accepting to want to give me all the right answers. I'm very thankful for those people who kind of allowed me to come in. Now with Alec and Bradley in the business, to have our company become generational, that's pretty cool.
Cigar in the Bottle is 2 palate-pleasing gifts in one. A specially blended Grand Palmier XS VSOP Cognac is elegantly contained in patented numbered bottles. Winner of back-to-back medals at the LA Spirits Awards, Cigar in the Bottle inventor Forbidden Johnny teams up with Vartan and Hendrik Kellner for this custom-blended Vartan Reserva cigar, well-preserved in a hand-blown glass chamber featuring Bovita 2-way humidification.
This is Phil Morgan, General Manager of Missouri Meerschaum Corncob Pipes in Washington, Missouri. Our mission since 1869 has been to produce great smoking pipes that anyone can afford. We guarantee our pipes won't be your most expensive, but they just might be the ones you smoke the most. At Missouri Meerschaum Company, we don't just sell our corncob pipes. We grow them, make them, and smoke them. Missouri Meerschaum, Washington, Missouri, since 1869.
At Norwood Royal Cigars, we have the biggest walk-in humidor in the Midwest. Our 1,500 square foot humidor is home to almost 4,000 different cigars that will meet the need of any cigar enthusiast. We have boutique blends to the more traditional selections and everything in between. From the novice beginner to the aficionado, the knowledgeable staff at NRC will find the perfect cigar for you. Located on the northwest side of Chicago, we want to be your shop for all your cigar wants and needs. As always, at Norwood Royal Cigars, light it, smoke it, love it.
And
We're
we
back.
are back. We're now in a position to just hang back, relax, throw up a couple of little important things for our sponsors, and maybe we could actually talk a little bit about our sponsors, Bob. And how we've been able to develop our sponsors over time. Think about how we started. Humble beginnings.
Humble beginnings.
Humble beginnings. I mean, literally.
Humble beginnings. We had DAV as our first sponsor.
Very first sponsor.
They
was DAV.
recognized talent when they saw it.
They recognized talent when they saw it. I still don't see it, but they did at least.
Well, somebody has to.
Somebody did have to. Let me lower that. We don't need that mic open. But But yeah, I mean, I think this year we really targeted growing our sponsorship base to having quality sponsors, folks who really believed in us. And the first person to really jump on board was Jeff over at Corona Cigar Company. You know, bringing Jeff on totally gave us a whole new, I'll say, industry credit, right? We became a credible force to be reckoned with from a podcasting standpoint. You know,
everybody knows Corona Cigars.
Everybody knows, just like everybody knows.
You don't have to live
Smoking.
in Florida. If you ever been in Florida, you know it.
Right.
It's a mandatory stop.
It
plain
is.
And simple.
It's a mandatory stop. Plus his online presence, you know, and it's the same thing with Abe here at SmokeInn, another industry giant.
He's a giant.
These are giants in the industry from a retail standpoint. And with Jeff and FSG, he created a whole nother platform, not only for himself, but for the industry. I mean, he was able to basically recreate what used to be an industry in Florida and then went away. So, you know,
he managed to bring it all back.
He brought it back, you know.
He's
and
got
yes,
that
it's not
farm going 24/7.
Yep. And not only does he grow tobacco, he has fantastic beef.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. And when Jeff cooks up his burgers over at Corona's at the Monte Cristo Lounge, me and Bob line up, and people are, and listen, it's not that he gets somebody else to cook them.
No,
he sits there himself. He cooks them. He serves them.
Grass fed.
I
mean, the taste is.
We were blown away.
Yeah.
We really
nothing
were
like you
blown
get in
away.
the store. Believe me.
No.
Phenomenal taste. What do you see there? What's going on?
I see Ian Simpson. Do you all need a staff cartoonist? We'll draw for cigars. Ian, we actually would love caricatures of ourselves. So please, you know, submit a likeness of us and who? Yeah, we'll talk. Hey, we're always good for, you know, bartering. We're good for a barter. So Ian, definitely, I like that.
Contact us.
Contact us. Send us a message on Instant Messenger. Friend us. Make sure you friend us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And yeah, message us. We're definitely looking for some, you know, interesting. I'll message Ronnie. We'll chat. Oh no, don't message Ronnie. Ronnie will get confused. He'll think you want to do a family portrait. Don't message Ronnie. Message me. I'll get back to you, and then I'll get that information to Ron. He's very busy. He doesn't need another thing on his plate to get confused about. So, yes, please message us, message me. You can message Ron, but tell him you're already talking to me. So that'll alleviate the stress in his life. And he won't, like I said, he won't set you up with a family portrait with his grandson. He might do that. Excellent. So you got it. Thank you very much, Ian. And we're glad you're on. You're enjoying the show. Again, we're waiting on Cigar Beauty. We do have. Ronnie's saying, just message me. He can't stop. Ron, let go a little bit. Let go. Learn to let go.
Go have lunch. Go away for a while.
Isn't it lunch? It's Friday. It's pay. It's payday. You got busy. You got business to run over there. You know. But yeah, we've got Jeff Amendola waiting in the wings, and we are still waiting on Cigar Beauty. I'm sure she's probably hit traffic because, you know, she said 1:30, it's 1:42, and, you know, well, hey, we do our best to fill the airwaves. Ronnie let go a long time ago. Well, yeah, but I'm not talking about flatulence, Joe. Yeah, he lets go, all right. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, no, we can't get Ronnie to let go. It's physically impossible. It's like he has his nails stuck into. She had to wash her hair, Bruce. I don't know. She might have went to the hotel first, knowing, not to say all women are going to do this, but most women are going to do this. They don't want to appear on camera without being completely made up. Where me and Bob, we actually had to unmake ourselves to be on camera. We did. We had to unmake ourselves because we look better with less. Less is more for us. Just like the hair, it's the same way.
And there wasn't a lot more.
Yeah. True. Let me tell you, this place is packed, and the Rocky Patel event
All
is
outside
happening.
is completely filled already.
Every
not a chair out there,
every
not a
chair is
table.
taken.
And this place is, outside of a few seats left, there's not much here either.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
It's
Well,
filling
everybody's
up.
enjoying the outside weather.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So I don't blame them. If we could have done the show outside, I would have said, let's do it outside.
Beautiful out there. My
You
God.
know. And the nice thing is we don't even need lights because we have these beautiful windows right here, and we're able to just, So, hey, Bruce, you didn't give me the cue to run our banner ads. I know how much you like seeing other stuff go. There we go. You see that, Bruce? I knew you were thinking it, so that's why I did it. And Ronnie likes when I do that kind of stuff too. This way, when he's telling sponsors, "Oh, we'll get you on. Don't worry, we'll get you on." We run banners.
I thought you had blocked Ronnie.
I did
you
block him, but I don't know for whatever
Somehow
reason.
he's sneaking through the
he
back
sneaks
door.
through. Yeah, we can't block him. We can't block him. Cold after the ice storm in West Virginia. Oh no, Ian, I'm sorry that you have to live through that. West Virginia is effing cold. Even in the summer, it's cold in the mountains of West Virginia.
Wow.
Although you can get some really good moonshine there too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I drove through the mountains of West Virginia. It's absolutely beautiful. At that time, my wife had just gotten her BMW, and I had that puppy in what mode is that? Sport mode? Oh,
paddle shifting.
Yeah, that sucker was unbelievable.
It's a lot of fun.
Ripping through gears, it was fun. That was a lot of fun. So, Ian, hopefully summer will be there soon, probably another 6 months before you get it. But we're rooting for you. And listen, we could get cigars to you in West Virginia. Send us a good caricature of Ronnie. Because that's the first one I want to make fun of, and make sure that you incorporate his nickname, which is Cuatro, 4XL. Although he's been losing weight, I don't know what, it's going to be bad because if he gets too thin, what are we going to bust him about?
That's never going to happen.
Oh, Bob, with ye of little faith. No, it's always lunchtime for Ron. It could be, midnight.
He's out to lunch.
That's true. It's true. I'm talking too much and not smoking. That's a problem. Let me, Bob needs to talk more. I feel like when at least Ronnie knows how to, Ronnie doesn't know how to stop talking.
Well, that's the problem.
That is the problem. Bob needs coercion. Ronnie is like diarrhea of the mouth.
He's not flapping his gums, he's moving his thumbs.
Yeah. Sorry, Ronnie, you're not here. But even if you were
But
here,
he's still the brunt of the joke.
He's always at the butt end of a joke. No problem at all. Well, hey, what the heck? We have to have fun on this show. This show is basically all about fun. So for people who haven't seen us before, they don't know what they're missing when they don't tune in, Oh, there. I think I saw someone in kind of coming through. Let's get this out of her way. And guess who made it? It was, she had a lot of headwind getting in, but she is here. Her husband flew her here personally just to be with us because that's how important we are. Cigar Beauty, we're so happy to have you. Have a seat.
Hello. I'm glad you made it.
She made it. See that, guys? We weren't lying. I know a lot of our listeners and viewers are like, No way is Cigar Beauty going to be on your show. There's no way. But actually, there is a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. And we have Holly here with us. And we are excited about having her here.
Yep. There you go.
And there she is. Hello. It's a pleasure to meet you. Finally. Let me get you up here. There we go. Do you hear us?
I can hear you. Ooh,
Good.
I am very loud. Okay.
Don't worry. They need to hear you because obviously they've heard us for an hour.
Oh.
And they're probably like, we're sick and tired of seeing
They
Bob
didn't believe that you were coming.
Yeah, people are like, that's a ruse. We're playing games with our audience. No, we're not. We were serious. And she had a legitimate reason. You know.
Yes, we got up too late. No, we did have headwinds, and that pushed us back almost a half hour.
Wow.
With the flying, so it was a little crazy.
How long of a flight? Now you're flying here from Orlando. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was only an hour. It should have been about 40 minutes, give or take, but it was about an hour 15.
We drove here about 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. We didn't hit anybody.
We had some headwinds, but
we had some headwinds, and we got here in about less than 3 hours. So
Yes,
we were
yeah.
really moving pretty quickly.
Yeah, you were. At one point, we did a quick calculation. We were only doing about 127, and I said, I drive faster in the Maserati on the 417.
Absolutely.
So tell us about your cigar line, because I'm like, wait a minute. Not only is she an influencer, and she's everywhere on social media. I mean, literally everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm like, she has her own cigar. I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't know this. And we're like, okay, so we're going to have a chance to smoke her cigar for the very first time, and we're excited about that.
I'm excited. I love it. Yes. So I had been kind of wanting to leave my current career, and I had been brainstorming for a long time and trying to figure out, what do I want to be when I grow up?
Right.
And sitting there smoking cigars one day on the back porch, as always smoking cigars. Yes. And that's when you, of course, solve the world's problems, right?
Yes.
Am I the only one?
No,
Okay.
we've done that now 10 times over.
Excellent. Good.
And for some reason, it's still problems. I don't know. I
They
can't
never
figure
talk
that
to
out.
us.
No, they don't.
Exactly.
They don't.
That's the problem. So I started thinking, and we're kind of looking at cigars, and we're like, why don't we come out with our cigars? And I'm like, that's exactly it. When you have a passion for something and you love what you do, why not turn it into your business?
Right.
So that's exactly what I did. And I spent quite a bit of time finding some cigars, finding a blender that I wanted to work with that would make a cigar that had that amazing natural sweetness,
Right.
but that really rich, full body flavor.
Oh, we're big full body guys.
Yes.
Not in stature, as you can see, we're very svelte.
Yes, yes.
We're not winning any Mr. America contests, but
But yes, full body.
Yes, all
That's
of them.
important.
Even my Connecticut is even considered a medium body, in my opinion, which usually they're a little on the lighter side.
Right.
But what I did, I smoked a lot of cigars, and every time I would smoke one of my cigars, I would write down the flavors over and over and over, and then I created a flavor note. So you'd have a little postcard that I mail out with all of my cigars.
Excellent.
For people that maybe don't know their palate, because one of my jobs, or one of my goals rather, as an influencer was to educate.
Right.
So I was educating myself and then passing that education on to people that I was talking to.
Right.
And so many first-time smokers have no idea what a palate is, how to figure out the flavors in a cigar, what a retrohale is, a wrapper, binder.
Right.
And they're a little bit, so that's what I had a lot of fun doing. And I started thinking about it, and I said, well, if I was a new cigar smoker, what would I want to know?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how that's kind of how I built my brand.
Gotcha. I
So-
love the logo, by the way.
Thank you so
I
much.
love the crown, beautifully done. I love the
Thank
gold.
box,
I mean,
yeah.
that
Thank
with
you.
the sword. I
I'll
mean,
show
this
that.
is special. It's not just your everyday box. I love the lacquer look. I mean, very pretty.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. It's a labor of love.
I'm sure.
I didn't use a designer, graphic designer. I didn't use anyone, to be honest with you. I've done everything start to fit. I'm now out building my third website, which is not my forte.
No.
No.
I just built ours, and it's time consuming.
It really is. And that's but when you have a cigar and a bourbon and you're building the website,
it's easy.
But then you get so far into the bourbon that you're like, wait, what am I doing again?
You make mistakes. It's called mistakes.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. That's how you learn.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's how you learn.
Exactly.
So you designed everything, the logo?
Everything.
Wow, that's terrific.
That is awesome. Do you have a art background?
No.
No.
I shouldn't say no. Way back in the day, before I wanted to get into science and that sort of thing, which is my education and background, I went to culinary arts school. So that's about as artistic as I get is in my food.
Okay.
And I've always had that rule that my food has to look as good as it tastes.
Gotcha.
And ironically, that's also applied
it worked
to my cigars.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So show us your line.
Gladly. I actually brought a lot of cigars.
We like that. A lot of cigars is good.
So we could smoke as many as we wanted to.
Nice.
So I have 4 blends.
Okay.
So I always start with the King first. The King is my Oscuro.
Okay, let's take a look at that. That is the King right there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got an Oscuro wrapper, box press.
Yes.
Beautiful. Oh, what a beautiful wrapper.
Yep, I only have the Parejo in the box press, and I went with both in 664, the Toro size.
Right.
Just
Beautiful.
seems to be everyone's preference.
So which should we smoke first?
My recommendation, if you love full body, I'm gonna. Do you like box press or?
Yeah, we like either way.
Okay, I've got both. So
Okay. Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
if you both like full body, I'm gonna have you start with the Knight.
Perfect.
And I think I'm gonna smoke the Queen. Oh no, you know what? It's first of the day. I'm gonna actually go with the Prince today.
Ah, there we go.
There
There
it
it
is.
is.
Very nice logo.
Beautiful logo.
Thank
I love
you.
it. Love it. Says the Knight on the bottom. That crown is beautiful. I love the coat of arms there.
Yes.
Very
That's
nice.
down for a moment.
Is that like family coat of arms?
It's not.
Because
Although
that would have been really
I had considered that because I have a very strong background, a very strong German and English background.
okay.
So I had considered that for a while, but I wanted something that would just represent royalty. I wanted someone
Right.
to, as silly as this sounds, I wanted someone to feel a little bit special when they're smoking.
No, you're
And they're like, wow, this is such a beautiful band. It's such an amazing cigar. I feel amazing. And that was my goal.
I love the smell.
Mhm.
Mm.
Very nice.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Trying to find my lighter. I'm sorry. Here we go.
There we go. Perfect. There you go, Bob. Don't mind us. We're taking a moment to light up. So, if we seem like we're not paying attention to the audience, we probably aren't because we're too busy smoking. Oh yeah.
Talk about that sweetness.
Mm.
Wow.
I started
Was it just on
smoking
the
in my
dry?
microphone.
Yeah, on the dry, you get that
Yes.
nice little sweet, almost kind of licorice.
Yes. See, I got licorice. Husband doesn't like licorice, so he was like, "Nah, there's no licorice." And I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
I got licorice right away.
That's what I got.
Right away. Ah. Okay, guys, let me see who's commenting. Only good comments, mind you. Hello, gang. Frankie Effie. Frank. Hi, hello. This is real nice. And on the retro, you get that peppery, but it's a mild pepper. It's not an overwhelming pepper on the retro.
Yes, and that's one of the best things about having that Nicaraguan and Dominican blend, and it's how I describe it to everyone. I was like, you get a little bit of that spice from the
Right.
Nicaraguan tobacco, and you get that super smooth Dominican. So if you're picking out or pulling out or want to taste that pepper, you absolutely can, and the retro hail is the way to do that.
Yeah. Wow.
So tell me, how long did it take you from conceptually saying, I want to get into the cigar business and produce my own line, to your first blended cigar that you said, this is going to be my first cigar that I love?
Probably, just to the blending point, not
Yeah,
to actually having them in
and I'm
hand.
getting to that.
Oh, that probably took about 6 months.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I think that's important to take your time and figure out what you want to do, because I did smoke a number of cigars, and again, I don't know, maybe I'm a little high maintenance, but I would smoke cigars and I'm like,
no,
Okay.
fashionably late, I would call it. Not high maintenance, fashionably
I
late.
like that. I like that. Yeah. So I would and I would talk to blenders all the time. I've probably talked to 5 or 6 different blenders, and they would say, "Well, here, let me give you a sample of a cigar, and then we can blend your own."
Right.
And I would smoke it, and I'd be like, "Oh, thank you so much. It was so wonderful meeting you. You know, maybe
Right.
in the future,
Right.
we can talk about a cigar."
No.
No. So, and
Whoops.
it
That's
happens.
okay, it happens.
It does. It
You know
does.
what?
It's got to be the right thing.
Exactly.
Has to be the right
And you'll
thing.
know when you have it. It'll speak to you immediately. And
Exactly.
cigars do that. It's amazing. It's like they have their mind, a mind of their own, and they'll sometimes telepathically they'll tell you, "Yes, this is going to be for you." You look at it, you're like, "I think this is going to be great," and then you're like, "Wow, it's."
Can I ask you
great.
who's blending this?
You can.
It's top secret.
You don't have to.
It's top secret.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't blame you.
That's fine.
I keep those people in my hip hop.
You can't, even if you Googled his name, you couldn't find him.
Perfect.
You couldn't find him. It's
I
a
like
small
obscurity.
independent.
I like that.
Yep.
Independent. Very good.
Yeah,
Very
it's
good.
really good.
Wow.
Really good. Really good. Yeah, this is a really nice cigar.
Thank you.
Beautifully constructed.
Great
Nice
draw.
even
Beautiful
great
draw on it.
Yep.
That's
Very nice.
one of my favorite things. And that was such a big deal to me, again, was construction.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're constantly smoking cigars and they are consistently smoking well, I was very happy. I mean, we all know this is a handmade product.
Exactly.
Humans are rolling them together. So you're always
Things
going to find mistakes. And that does happen. And one of the things that I have absolutely stood on from the moment I came up with the concept of having a cigar brand was that I stand behind my cigars.
Right.
So if something happens to your cigar, just send me an email, send me a DM, let me
Wow.
know, hey, I found
That's
a stem,
important.
something. I will send you out a replacement immediately because I think that's important.
It is
You want to
important.
stand behind your brand.
Oh, without a doubt.
This is very good. Very good cigar. Wow.
Thank you so much.
No, really good. Excellent cigar. Excellent. I love the fact that I'm kind of it's actually starting to develop a little bit differently. I'm getting
But
a little
that
bit
sweetness
the
is
sweetness
there.
is there.
It's
The
there.
sweetness there.
It's not
Subtle.
overwhelming. Yeah,
No,
it's subtle.
It's subtle. Very subtle.
Well, it has that Connecticut broadleaf filler in there as well.
Okay.
And that is, it's one of my favorite leaves. I just
I'm
love
getting
it.
kind of like a creaminess
Mhm.
to it right now, and I'm really liking that.
A little cocoa.
Yeah.
A little cocoa
Oh,
in there.
definitely.
That was a big
Definitely.
one for me, the
Oh,
cocoa.
yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
I just realized I probably should have smoked the same cigars. you guys.
Oh, that's okay.
All right.
That's okay.
Whoopsies.
I think you've smoked them all, so you know.
Oh, I have, yes. And I figured this is my first cigar of the day.
Yeah,
and
you don't
this
want to
is
start
the first
right
of like
off at the-
12.
Yeah, you don't want to
so-
start at the maximum potency level.
Yes.
We've already kind of done that, but we ate a hearty breakfast. Bad breakfast, but
Oh,
you know,
that's
it was-
not good.
No, it's not
No.
good. Yeah, well, we went. It's not a good story. we went.
Unbelievable
We
story.
went to
actually.
IHOP. We ordered our meal, and we had a cup of coffee. And we're waiting, and the waiter comes out and he says, "I'm really sorry, but he talks to the table
people
behind us,
actually.
and he says, "Listen, we had like 3 online orders come in, and we have to get those out first because they go to the kitchen first." I'm like, "Okay, 3 orders.
We're
We got a
listening to
restaurant
this.
here. We
Yeah,
got a
so-
restaurant here," and we're like, I said, "Well, how many cooks do you have?" He said, "Well, right now the manager's cooking." I said, "Whoa, that's really good." And he goes, "You're number 4, so you're gonna have to wait for." I go, "No, actually,
you
we're
believe this in a
going to
restaurant?
leave. We're actually going to leave now." And I picked up and said, "Oh, and by the way, the coffee's on you."
Yeah, really.
That's fair.
Forget
That's
about
fair.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you would have waited for your breakfast for like 3 hours.
Oh, you
Probably.
would have been waiting for us,
And-
you would have been like, "Wait a minute,
I would have
where's
been
the
lighting
show?
up a cigar in
Where's
the IHOP.
Where are the guys? We're supposed to have a podcast."
And who knows what kind of food you would have gotten? The manager's cooking? What does
I
he know?
I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not getting a spicy poblano omelet made by a manager who's never seen.
Fair.
So
I
said,
mean, he
"No."
might stick a green pepper in there.
He might.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be awful. That is significantly different.
So then we went right next door to
Dunkin'
Dunkin'
Donuts.
Donuts
And
and,
we
had
had
one
a
of those
cold-
microwave, still cold.
Still
sandwich.
cold.
I couldn't
Not
even
long
eat
enough.
it.
And we're like, oh boy, this was a really poor day for breakfast.
Bad
That is
start.
Bad
not
start,
But
we
the day
knew-
turned out to be
Great.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it could not be more perfect. I remember I was here 2 years ago, and the only thing that sticks in, okay, not the only thing, that's ridiculous. An outlying thing that stuck into my head the whole time I'm packing yesterday. Right. I'm like, I just remember being really cold, like so cold.
It was cold.
It wasn't
was cold. No, it was cold.
Yeah.
We were here last year.
We were here.
We were doing a podcast on this very night. It was a Friday before the Saturday event. And last year it was virtual only. And it was a Rocky Patel event. And it was cold out.
Oh, yeah.
It was cold out.
So I kept worrying. I was like, well, do I bring a hoodie? Like, what do I...
Well, you're inside. Don't worry about it. This is a very good smoke, though.
Thank
very
you so
good.
much.
Oh, my God, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. The wait was worth it.
Totally.
I am glad to hear that. I like that.
Wow.
So how many years before you became an influencer to actually producing your own line? How long before you said, you know what? I'm going to make my own line?
Only about a year.
Wow.
It wasn't
Really?
long.
Wow.
So I was in that weird transition in my life where I knew my career was ending that summer. Like that was it. Like this career is over, never returning again.
Wow.
Got to find out what I want to be when I grow up. And it was my second career of my life. And I'd had like such a great time being in the science industry. And I'm like, okay, but I want something different. And maybe there is some art side of me because I wanted to be more creative. And that's part of the influencing, right? It's all about creativity.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And that's kind of how it went. And so that's when I knew that my career was going to be changing. That's when I just started thinking. And I mean, I had actually gone through lots of different ideas. You know, at one point I was going to open a pizza joint.
That's very interesting. But you have that culinary
for
background.
another show.
That's a different show. That's but hey, you could dovetail cigars to pizza. There's Pizza Nation. They're a group.
There you go. But I am so happy that this was the idea. This was the passion that stuck. And I am an incredibly passionate person. And I think that's why sometimes it can be hard to kind of figure out what you want to be when you grow up, and which is exactly.
I'm still thinking about that.
Bob, and then he retired, so now his passion is retirement.
That's it.
That's a good thing to be passionate about.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he moved to Florida. I got him to move, so he's in Deltona. He's real close. I'm in Lake Mary, and we have crossed paths. You were at the BCA last year.
Yes.
We never had an opportunity to talk to you there. Are you going back?
Oh, not only am I going.
I know. I
you're
heard
talking
that you
to the
might be like
sponsorship committee
I
and
heard
the
that
promotions.
you are like in the committee now. You are part of the committee.
I
am.
Awesome. And I am absolutely loving it. Looking at everything that we did last year and then seeing all the changes that we're making, it's going to be outstanding.
Wow.
I just started promoting it on some smaller pages, especially promoting it in Indiana. So I've joined a bunch of pages, and the community has been so welcoming. Great. But I'm even telling people, I'm like, listen, you want to hop on a plane? Come hang with us. Do it. Come on out. Buy a VIP ticket. Come hang with us Friday, all day Saturday.
Oh, my God. That food was terrific at the VIP dinner.
Yes.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
And you really can't be with a better group of people, in my opinion.
That passion.
Because they're all passionate. And these are all small manufacturers, right?
Yes.
And I think it's very different when we talk about the cigar industry and we look at it as a whole. You have the big players, and they're not going anywhere, right? I mean, they are pretty solid in what they've created.
And we love them.
And we love them. There's nothing wrong with the big players, but there's a whole generation now of young bloods who are hungry, who are producing magnificent cigars.
Yes.
And I think that was lacking. And I think what's happened is, I think the boutiques have actually made the big guys better because they feel a
more
little
competition.
bit of more competition is always good for the public.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Always. Because now we all have, because I know back in the 90s with the big cigar boom, that's when I started smoking, was early 1990. There was only a few players, really. It was very small boutiques, maybe a dozen of them, if you could find them. And the big guys were there. And I was, as I was telling earlier, I was a big Padron-only smoker. That's what I gravitated to, because anytime I ventured away from Padron, I felt like I was disappointed because sticks would either canoe or they do crazy stuff. They burn hot. It felt like they weren't fermented properly. I would get some really bitterness and things that were just like, and I'm like, screw this. I'm only smoking Padron. But really, only until 4 years ago is when I started to really expand outside of Padron and Fuentes and get involved with the newer brands. And obviously, Steve with Dumbarton Tobacco and Trust. I mean, you're talking about a giant in the industry, really, for what he's accomplished in a shorter period of time with his cigar line. And he continues to evolve. And I think what's great about him is he's a trailblazer. He's not afraid to take risks.
Yep. And I love that.
I
love it.
That's what I love, too, about it. You know, doing the Stillwell line was crazy. I'm sure a lot of people are like, he's out of his mind. He's out of his mind. This has been tried before. It's been done. It's never been successful. You're never going to.
But not the way Steve does it.
Right.
Right.
Top shelf.
Well,
all the way.
But it really comes down to he took all of his experience, he took all of his knowledge, and then made something spectacular.
Exactly.
Like, this is good, this is great, but let me show you what I can do.
Right, exactly.
Hold my beer.
Hold my beer. Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, don't worry. And then he teamed up with Jeremy Reeves of Cornell and Veal, who's a master blender, and we know Jeremy because we're pipe smokers. And Bob's been smoking a pipe since what year?
About 55 years ago, I started.
Oh my gosh! So you were like 6, 4,
yeah,
3?
about that. Yeah.
So he's not easily impressed, and he was blown away. And we immediately bought a box of each, and now you can't.
Thank God we did, because you can't even get them.
Yep.
They flew off the shelves. Amazing. Amazing.
It truly.
But again,
is
but why did it? Because of his reputation.
Exactly.
And everybody was like, "Oh, new cigar! I don't know anything about it. I'm going to buy it anyway, just because it has Dumbarton Saka
I'm going to
name
try
on
it.
it."
I'm going to try it.
Exactly, and that's what it's all about. It's about building your
Absolutely.
brand, and that's my goal with Crown Cigars.
Which is awesome. Now, how many cigars are in your line? And did you have a full line when you came out?
Yes,
You did.
Yeah,
So-
I was absolute about that because, again, I've worked with a lot of boutique. Since I started my Instagram page, I sought out boutique cigar makers. Because I can go into any cigar bar and buy any of the big names, and I love them, and I smoke them all the time.
Right.
But I really wanted to, I guess, sort of have a platform or a voice for the boutique cigar groups. So I smoke a lot of boutiques, and I completely lost what I was talking about.
Don't worry.
No, literally. Poof.
We do that all the time.
Poof, gone. Oh, lines. I'm sorry. There we were. Talking about boutique. So but I would see a lot of the boutique companies come out with 1 or 2 lines, and I'm like, oh, that's great. It's wonderful. And this is a great cigar. Oh, this was wonderful. This one's great too. What else?
What else you got for me? Right.
So I decided I wanted to go all the way. So I came out with the Oscuro, which is the king.
Gotcha.
The queen is a Cameroon. The Prince is my Connecticut, and then the Knight, which is what you're smoking, is my San Andreas.
Okay, great.
So
That's a great lineup.
It really is, and I already have 2 more that I'm working with right now.
Awesome.
I'm headed to the Dominican next weekend to work with a blender. He already knows what I want, so hopefully he's already working on things. So when I get there, we can smoke some. And
your husband flying you there?
No, we're gonna take a big jet.
A big jet.
A big jet. I mean, he flies those too, but we're gonna take the big jet on someone else.
Let someone else fly.
Let someone else. Yeah, we'll just sit back and relax.
Exactly.
Mhm.
You know, going back to the BCA last year, one thing that impressed me so much was that all of the guys there were smoking everyone else's cigars.
Exactly.
You know, there was no egos there. Everybody was like, oh, try this one, try that. And they were all buying each other's cigars.
Yep.
You don't see that. I mean, that was really
I
something that
love
I sat
that.
back and said, wow, this is really some community that we have here.
Well, I can say, and even now that I feel like I'm more entrenched in it because I'm working on the committee, and I'm seeing, and here I am, like insanely crazy, passionate person, and I'm talking to people that are just like me, and I'm like, this is amazing, you know. But it really is, that passion is just incredible. I mean, talking to all of the people that are on the board and the different committees and everyone that's putting the festival together has just been outstanding. Right. And we're growing. The goal of BCA is going to be to educate and to help boutique cigar owners and brand owners. But not only that, but to help members.
Right.
And people that maybe have never smoked a cigar before or want to get into it, or maybe they just smoke that house cigar
right
now and again. we want to show them, hey, here's what you can actually see in a cigar. Here's what you need to know. So it's all about education
Right.
and helping, and
Right.
it's just phenomenal. And I'm so happy to be a part of that group. I cannot tell you. I love them. They're just amazing.
No, it's important to know that. We do a segment once in a while called the Unravel, where we have some of the salespeople for whatever the brand
Or the
may
owners
be,
like Luciano.
or the owners of the cigars, and they'll come in and actually dissect the cigar and show you every leaf that's in it
I love
and
it.
its properties. They'll burn it. They'll tell you what you're going to get from that leaf. And that, to me, is phenomenal. I mean,
I love
what more
that.
could you want? What more
Yes.
could you want? This
That's
is
amazing.
education,
Right.
number one.
It really is.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Well, it's being in this industry. So I actually do a lot of festivals, and I'm literally on the ground selling cigars directly to my consumers.
Right. I've seen the pop-up tents
Yep.
are everywhere.
All
There
the
you go.
time. And I'm telling you, I'll have people, well, I don't really smoke cigars. Do you have one that you could absolutely
There
let
we
me
go.
help you out? And then I tell them, and then when I hand them the tasting card, I said, it's up to you. You can read it ahead of time, or you can wait to smoke it and then read it and
Right.
figure out. I said, but this will help you build your palate. They're like, what's a palate? I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
let's.
Okay.
But even just the other day, it was the sweetest thing ever. I call him a kid, which isn't fair. He was about 24. He's like, oh, I'm going golfing tomorrow. He's like, I got to bring a cigar. And I was like, oh, great. Well, what do you like? He's like, I've never smoked a cigar. I said, okay, let me help you here. So I brought him a cigar. So I showed him how to cut it, how to light it. I told him all the things that he can do. And I said, listen, it's going to go out often because you're going to have to set it down.
Right. You can be playing golf.
You're going to be playing golf. And I said, so when you set it down, here's how you relight. You get rid of your ash. This is
Right.
and I'm showing him how to light this guy. He's like, oh, this is just amazing. Thank you so much. And I'm like, oh, I want to give the guy the cigar for free. I'm like, no, you can't pay for that. I just love you to pieces.
And he'll
So-
impress his friends now. you know?
Exactly,
Yes.
because he'll be the guy with the knowledge.
That's right.
That's
Exactly.
exactly it. And then they will go out and buy more cigars. And even if they're not buying mine, if they're buying anyone's cigars, they're supporting our industry, and
Without
that's
a doubt.
really what matters.
Oh no, and that's the beauty of this industry is that it's a people business in a big way. And I think what's really interesting is that the big secondary boom of the industry happens during a time where the world shuts down.
Yes.
And it gives people a chance to be working from home, having more time on their hands,
Being able
and
to smoke.
Yes.
and being able to smoke. Their office is now their backyard.
Exactly. Or the cigar lounge,
Or
which
the
is my
cigar
office.
lounge. That's
often.
true. It's always good. We always like that. But it opened up doors to people that were not smokers. And I think there's a big boom with women smoking.
Yes, there
Many
is.
more women are smoking now than they were in the 90s.
And they're
Because I
not
think it's
smoking
more-
those dainty little flavored cigars
No.
anymore.
No.
Right.
They're educated.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
they're going for the good cigars.
Yep.
Which
Yep.
is important.
Absolutely. I'm actually part of a Facebook women's group, and it makes my heart so happy because they're posting their cigars all the time. And these are women from all over the U.S. I don't think we have anyone outside of the U.S. But we even have lounge owners that are females. We have brand
Exactly.
owners in there, and everyone is smoking all these. And then so other ladies, well, okay, well, what does that taste like? What did you like about it? What did you pair it with?
Right.
And it's just phenomenal. And I love watching that change.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know we love that. And I think it was important for us, in 2022 to have a female voice on our show. So we brought in Jara Hutchins, who is a phenomenal young woman who is just so knowledgeable, not only about cigars, but bourbon, whiskey, and guns. It's just, we're like, wow, we couldn't have really been more blessed to have her part of our show. And it's growing our audience in a way that's meaningful.
Yes.
Because the subject matter is just not about cigars. It's about woman empowerment and being able to know that, hey, there's a lot of strong women out there, and they need their voices heard.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And
Well,
that's
this really is such a male-dominated industry.
It always
And
was.
so, it always
now.
has been.
Till
Yes.
now.
And that was one of the things that I had to consider coming out with my own brand. And I said, I don't want to, I'm not here to step on anyone's toes. I'm just here to open some more doors. And
Right.
and again, I don't know if it's because of my background, but I want to be an advocate as well.
Right.
And I want to be kind of, I'm smoking cigars. Like, and it's not just, oh, puff, puff, take a photo. Like,
Right.
it's not that. I'm smoking these to the nub.
Right.
And I will say honestly, like, yeah, I got halfway through and I was like, done. I'm done. I can't smoke this cigar.
Yes.
But the argument that I always pose for cigars is just because I didn't like it doesn't mean you
you're not.
won't.
Exactly.
Exactly. Just because it doesn't meet my palate and what I want, because I want full body. I want lots of transitions between my third.
Exactly.
I get a little high maintenance with my cigar.
It's okay. We can be pretty high maintenance too. We do. We
About
get
the cigar, though, where can people get this?
Yes. Very important, Bob.
As I'm smoking. So right now, I did have my online store, but I ended up having to change it. So my online store is paused for about a week,
Okay.
if that. That's the website I'm currently building right now.
Gotcha.
So I'm starting over with a new group, with a new processor. So everything will be available online
Okay.
to purchase directly from my website.
Okay.
But I'm also, like I said, I'm on the ground. I'm going to be at the majority of all of the festivals. So that is the best place. And why I push the festivals so much, and it's not just these little tiny pop-ups that I do.
Right.
I'm talking about like Heritage Cigar Festival. That was
That's the biggest.
That was the
in
time
Tampa,
in my
right?
life. Yes,
We
absolutely.
missed that. This December we're going.
And again, the goal there, it's come out, talk to me, buy my cigars.
Right.
That's great, but buy everybody else's too.
Right,
Support
right,
our
right.
industry. But in addition to that, I'm really excited because I have my cigars now at B&G's.
Okay.
Out in West Carrollton, Ohio, and
Excellent.
they are just a phenomenal lounge. When I went
Awesome.
there, they had purchased the lounge during the middle of COVID. Had to shut the doors
Oh.
right as soon as everything started. So it was
Wow.
really crazy. But they had purchased this massive space,
Right.
and they were redoing the entire thing. And I said, as soon as you're doing your grand opening, I am there. Absolutely. So I'm literally tapping my fingers. I'm like, come on, finish. I'm going to go.
We've
Because-
got to get you out to the Chicago area in Illinois. So
Yes.
we've got a lot of contacts. A lot
I
of
love
lounges
Chicago.
there. So we have to get you out there.
I will be
So,
there. Yep. And then I'm also with
It's like July, though. That's the only
July's
time
a better
it's
time.
warm there, you know?
Yeah, that is literally about 3 weeks in
About
July,
that.
and
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah. Well, growing up in Michigan, I actually
Wow.
had a sister that moved to Chicago, so I was in Chicago at least once a month, all year round.
So that you know.
Yes, yeah. So that was a lot of fun. And then I'm also with Sticks Cigar Indie. So I'm going to be in
Okay, so
Indiana.
Indiana.
Yep. And then I've
Perfect.
got a few stores that I'm talking to, and they're like, "Yes, we're going to carry your brand." So as soon as I sign up with everyone, I post them as soon as I sign up because I want people to not just support me, but support
The brick
that
and mortar.
brick and mortar.
Yeah,
You got
absolutely.
it.
And down here in Florida?
Yeah. Ironically, I started outside of Florida. I have no idea why. I think because I was on the
You
ground.
figure you're here. You're doing
I'm
that.
here. Exactly. And I didn't even think about it. And my husband and I are sitting there and he's like, so like, who have you called in Orlando? And I'm like, Orlando?
Oh. Wow.
So yeah, so that is definitely, it's on my list. And I'm just,
Your husband's having pizza, by the way. He didn't even offer you a slice.
no, I know. We ordered that because I am starving.
You need to eat something. We'll go to.
See,
to
I
a
had
commercial
yogurt for
break.
breakfast. So I'm not sure if your cold sandwich or my yogurt, which one won out. They were
Yeah.
equally
Yeah.
terrible.
Because we can run to commercial, so you can grab a
No,
slice.
I'm
You
okay.
want it? You sure?
No, I'm totally fine.
We don't want you famished.
No, because when I'm in there, then I'm going to be like all greasy, and then there's going to be like pizza sauce everywhere. So no, we'll wait.
Yeah. But you've got to get the line out here.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, and I am working on that.
Oh, and look
definitely.
and our next guest just
Oh.
dropped off some cigars. I'm sure that those might be some Amendola family cigar company
There we
cigars. You know, so wear the muscle. These
Another
guys-
great stick.
I know.
And
Love
then
it.
he's also moving down here. He's looking for a house right after the show.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
And
I
his
love
partner
it.
just moved
He
to
just moved
Jupiter.
here. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, Florida is so cigar friendly. It's
Exactly.
so
This is
easy
the
to be
heartbeat of the
here.
industry. This is it.
Exactly.
You know?
You don't have to go far.
No.
Yep.
You can get to a lounge like in 5 minutes from wherever you're located.
There's always a lounge somewhere.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, you don't have to.
Well, I wish you a lot
Oh
of
my
success
God.
with these because
Totally.
this is a great smoke.
No, this is not a good smoke.
you.
Oh, this is very good.
I love to
I wasn't
hear
good.
that.
I was like, I don't know how this is going to work out because, you know, we're in the presence of cigar beauty. If her stick is not great, how are we going to work this out, Bob? I'm like, oh, we'll figure it out.
You can
I
be
know,
honest.
I-
I'm
but
okay.
that's
I can
the
take
beauty of it.
criticism.
But that's the thing. I'm like, hell yeah, this is a great stick. make sure you go to her website when it's up.
What's the website? What's the website?
So the new website, I will
Yes.
still have the old website. It'll just
Okay.
redirect to my new website.
Okay.
So currently I'm crowncigars.us.
Okay.
And I'm switching to thecrowncigars.com.
Gotcha.
So I'll have
Gotcha.
both up and running.
All right, good.
Mhm.
Perfect.
And they can order everything there, right?
Everything.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
Excellent. Thank you so very much for taking the time, flying here, literally. I don't know how fast you drove here, but or you Uber.
No, they
Oh, we had a friend pick us up.
Oh.
Steve, there's Steve over there. Yeah.
Okay, so
Uh-huh.
Steve picked you up.
Yeah,
too. That's always good.
Oddly enough, when I went to the Big Smoke, last year,
Yep.
I was like, I have to go to the mothership. I have to come to SmokeInn. This is my
Right.
place.
This is the place.
So I stopped in here, met the most amazing group of people. Steve and I became great friends. He introduced me to a book. So we're book buddies. So
Oh,
we've been
okay.
reading through this trilogy and we're texting back and forth. And so,
That's awesome.
so
That's
he was
awesome.
kind enough to pick us up at the airport and
that's
bring us over.
fantastic.
It was-
Beautiful.
Yes.
Again, another relationship created from
the
a
leaf.
cigar.
Cigars. That's what
We
it's all
can't beat
about.
that. We can't.
The leaf rules.
It does rule. It does rule.
does.
Well, we look forward to seeing you on Instagram as always.
Thank you.
Because every time you
Could
pop
you
up
show
on my
that
food,
show
feed
that
them all.
audience that
Yes.
cigar?
I
gotta-
did, yes. I
Yes,
can. I
show
can
us
probably
again.
do that
Absolutely.
again. Oh,
Great.
wait. There we go. I'm
There
going the
we
wrong way.
go. Yep, perfect. And thank you so very
Thank you
much,
so
Holly,
much
for coming by and gracing us with your presence because it was our pleasure to meet you finally.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I've been dying to be on your show, so I was so excited. I was like, this could not be any more perfect. I love you guys.
Perfect.
This is
Where we're
great.
going to see you next,
Where next?
besides Indiana.
Let's
That'll
see.
be in
well,
August.
That's August.
yeah,
She
probably.
pops around over
Anything
at
local?
Jeff's.
I'm around a lot.
You're
Well,
by Jeff, right?
what's it? Yes, absolutely. Oh,
Maybe
I'm
we'll
at
see you
Corona
there.
in the Heathrow
Yeah,
Corona
Heathrow-
all the
yeah,
time.
that's where we're
Yeah,
at.
I like to work there. So,
Yeah, we're in the
Heathrow.
Heathrow.
yeah, that's my go-to.
Okay,
that's
Yep.
ours.
beautiful.
Absolutely.
Let us know when you're going to be there next.
Yes.
We'll show up.
Awesome.
Yes,
that sounds great. I love
absolutely.
it. Oh, that's right. You're
Absolutely.
retired. You're available
retired.
anytime.
Anytime.
24/7. Except he doesn't like. I woke him up early today to get down.
Oh,
6:30. Had to
Yeah,
wake
that's
up. He
why
was
I'm kind of
complaining.
low key. I don't get up that time. Ugh.
you're not supposed to.
I know.
There's
He's
rules.
retired.
Exactly.
This
I'm
was-
up at-
this was a
I'm up at
struggle.
6 I'm up at 6 o'clock every day anyway. I just like getting up early. I figure, when you get to be this age, you need every hour.
Oh,
to
I like
count.
that. Well, I have my one puppy pit bull, Basil.
Yes.
She comes over and she makes this, and I apologize for the dog talk, but
Oh, no, we love
I'm a little
dogs.
dog obsessed. She makes a Wookiee noise, and if you think I'm kidding, I could literally
Do you
record
post
her.
those?
She sounds no, I'm gonna have to. Now I have to. Now I'm
You're going to
committed.
have a whole new following just for
Yes.
your puppy.
And so she comes up and she puts her paws on the side of the bed and she Wookiees right in my face while I'm sleeping. And I'm like, 7:30, let's go.
It's time to go out.
Yep, that's it. So yeah, 7:30 is my normal wake up, thanks to Basil.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Thank you so very much
Thank
so
you
for
much.
joining
Really
us, and we
appreciate it.
will see you
Great
again.
smoke.
Yeah,
I'm
oh my
really
God.
enjoying this.
Totally
Thank
impressed.
you.
Very impressed.
Thank you,
Very
thank you.
impressed. Thank you.
All right.
All right, folks, that was Holly, and she graced us with her presence. And make sure we're going to run off to commercials. And next up, Jeffrey Amendola of Amendola Family Cigars, folks. Get ready because I'm sure Jeff has got all kinds of news to tell us. So we will see you shortly.
R&A Treasures out of Tampa Bay, Florida. The last of a legacy. The last of an inventory of Thomas Cristiano in a warehouse where everything is aged and well kept for all your pipe and smoking needs. Loyalty, passion, courage. These are the founding principles of K by Karen Berger Cigars. The Maduro, the Habano, and the newly rated 93 by Cigar Journal Connecticut. Do yourself a favor and check out this wonderful line of cigars that come from a completely linear company from seed to your hands.
At Mountain Smoke Premium Tobacco, we specialize solely in the finest hand-rolled, craft, and boutique cigars on the market. Mountain Smoke Premium Tobacco is sure to have something that will excite you. Shop our online humidor at www.mountainsmokewv.com.
It all begins at the very first climate-controlled Rodriguez Olivan cigar factory located in the Dominican Republic. Our two major brands include Don Olivan, which are boutique cigars suited for that individual who takes great pride in something unique. BAMF is our armed forces cigars, designed for that badass mother effer. Not only are you smoking a great premium cigar, a percentage of the proceeds is donated to our heroic men and women in uniform.
Oh, and we are back, and guess who is gracing us with his presence? None other than Jeffrey Amendola, and we'll get him actually to take off his hat. Although you never see him without his hat. Or put this up around the back of your head. But you look at how beautiful, look at that beautiful hair. I had hair like that when I was 18. That's the last time.
I got it from my mother.
I know. Oh my God. Well,
I guess I'll take the hat off.
Much. That's all right. You know,
You want to put
It's
it
my
back on.
personality.
Put it
It
back
is.
on.
Nah.
it is. So we're going to spark up your cigar because
Yeah, I brought you guys some. I don't know if you had. These are the
Let's
new
see.
ones. The
Oh,
Padrino.
no. No.
The new Padrino.
These are the new Padrinos.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And what does Padrino mean in Italian for the people who don't, speak the language?
Padrino means Godfather.
That's right.
There you go.
This is it, but it's beautiful too. I mean,
God, I just love your color
the
scheme.
presentation.
The presentation's beautiful.
I got to give Chris props.
I
Too.
love it.
The purple
The
just
purple jumps out at
Yeah.
you.
Very royal looking.
Very royal.
he spent a lot of time on the little details on the band too to
Yep.
make that.
I see that on the back with the silver.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
It stands out,
it
man. It
stands
really
out.
pops.
Stands out.
And
Beautiful.
here is the Padrino right here.
It's a Connecticut broadleaf, Maduro, Bellicoso.
And back over there, you can see
Oh,
the
yeah, got the
Italian flag. You got to have the Italian flag. Guess what?
Got to keep it real.
Paisans, we know.
Got to
It's
represent.
it's all about the Italian heritage.
I'm going to light
because
this up, but I don't want to put this.
this
Which
is so
one is that?
good. Oh my God!
That's the new one.
Oh
This is
my
the-
God,
oh.
this is really
Oh, yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
God.
That's a good
Oh.
one.
Holy shit!
Oh man, I'm
like,
gonna put this.
holy
See, I'm
cow.
resting this one.
I'm like,
I'll come back to that.
she's not just another pretty face. I'm
Yeah.
like, holy God!
Yeah, what's the name of that one?
This is
Those
the
are
the
night.
king,
The
right?
night.
Oh, the night.
This is the night.
This
The
is the
king we
night.
didn't have yet.
Man, what?
It's good, right?
Yeah,
I heard
oh, yeah.
good things about it.
Very good.
Ooh.
I love the cold draw on it.
No, yeah, exactly. That's immediately.
You know what's funny about this cigar? Chris and I were smoking and testing the blends. We actually did this blend at a golf event.
You created the blend
Yeah.
at a golf.
Yeah, kind of. We were
Playing around.
like we got booked to roll cigars at
Right.
a country club golf thing.
I see
dinner.
you doing that all the time.
Right.
You're the master out there at the golf event.
Yeah, I love those. I love doing them. It's great. But yeah, I brought extra tobacco because Chris and I were like, we got to start messing with some new stuff. And I had a little concept. We were both like, let's try this, try that. I brought some. He wanted broadleaf. Brought some broadleaf out, and we created the blend at the golf course. So we're like, we got to
That's
make this. We
amazing.
got to make
That
this
is,
a thing.
that is really amazing.
Like it's so good. We were just rolling little testers.
Right.
I'm like, this is. But one of the notes in here is actually, it's like chocolatey. It's pretty. It doesn't change a whole lot, but you get a little of that anise.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like that little.
Exactly. The licoricey. I
It's like
love that.
Every now and then throughout the cigar, I
Little
can pick
Sambuca.
up it like that. I could pick up little notes of Sambuca or anisette, and I'm like, it just makes sense to call it Godfather. and
Exactly.
all that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It just worked. So this is pretty new. I mean, we did a short run of
Short
it,
run.
like a year and a half ago. Then it took us a year to redo it and get it back on the market.
Nice.
So here it is.
Just on the dry draw, man. It's
Oh yeah, the
wow.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
that flavor is crazy.
Oh wow.
Mm.
Really nice flavor profile. So I know you guys. Your first big show event was over at the PCA
Yeah.
under the Illusion
Right.
banner.
Yeah.
How are things working there?
Going great. We had a really good year, and then we actually did the TPE as well.
Oh, you
with
did?
them.
You did do it, huh?
Awesome.
So we were out there, and man, it just keeps growing. Response has been very well. Our distribution has grown. We opened up a lot of new accounts at both shows across the U.S. So that's
great.
It's been working out really well.
That's great. How many brick and mortars are carrying your cigars now?
The actual number, I don't know. I don't know the actual
I like
number.
when you don't know.
I know.
That's a good thing.
That's good.
Well, because you know what happens is, Chris and I do our own sales, right?
Right.
We're
you guys are the salespeople.
Right. We're in-house.
Yeah.
We do everything. But what's awesome about working with Illusione is that their brokers and their reps out on the ground have access to our product to sell.
Oh, great.
So if they're dealing with a store, the shop owner can see that we're in the inventory.
Right.
So they might say, "Oh, Amendola. Yeah, let me
try that.
Let me try that. Maybe I heard of them. Maybe saw them on a pocket. Whatever."
Right.
And so we're finding that when we look at reports at the end of the month, we're in shops that we never even know. So I don't have the exact number yet.
Right. That's a good thing, though.
But it's good because that
Very
means that things that happen organically.
Exactly.
Like,
it's not like you're there counting them.
That's what I'm saying. It's like let's
You're not
just
there
And
counting
the best publicity is word of mouth.
yeah, word of mouth. You're right. And that's what's happening.
That's king, man.
Absolutely.
So, it's definitely
this is a full flavored
it's a
cigar
full-flavored
flow.
cigar.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're weak at the knee,
Yeah, I wouldn't have this thing first in the morning.
unless you ate a big breakfast. I'm talking Italian
A
style.
big breakfast, maybe
Great
some
prosciutto.
coffee and some sambuca for
Oh
breakfast.
yeah! Wow.
Why not?
No, absolutely.
Get the gears moving.
Yeah, without a doubt. Hey, my gears don't go into gear. I'm in neutral.
Right.
I'm in neutral. You get to be my age, you know.
Well, you need a little
Just
Jump
to start
start.
the
Little
engine.
jump
Yeah,
I, I don't need a blue pill yet.
Right. That's good. You just need one of these.
I need the purple pill. Today it's the purple
Yeah, the
pill.
purple pill.
Exactly. It's the purple pill.
I usually end my day with this, but
Oh, and I'm going to put
Oh,
your
good.
little,
oh, nice. Thank you.
with nothing but, class here at the Great Lake Smoke Show. And we've known you guys now. It's been, how many years?
Oh, wow. 3?
Yeah,
3 years
3
now?
years.
At least.
Yeah, 3 years.
Maybe more.
Maybe
more.
it might be 4.
It
4
might
years.
be.
4 years.
Yep. It might be.
2017.
We knew you guys when
probably 18.
we knew you guys before you were like the new kids on the block. You were
Right.
you were the newest kids. Now you're just the new kids on the block.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
We're graduating.
we're
It
graduating.
takes a while to go up the rungs. Yeah.
That's funny.
So, Jeff, tell me about your journey to rolling cigars from just being passionate about cigars. How did that happen? Because that's not for everybody.
No, I know. Yeah, that happened. I saw the concept where I grew up in New York.
Mhm.
Like a lot of my story is my starter infatuation with cigars happened from seeing the factory in the Bronx on
Right.
Arthur Ave.
Oh, on Arthur Ave, of
Just-
course. The factory. I love that.
Me
place.
too.
Oh, my
Watching
God,
them,
yes.
that always stuck with me, even before I was smoking.
Right.
And then when I got into smoking as a hobby, like we all do, and I moved to North Carolina. And when I got to North Carolina, no one was doing that.
Right.
And
So you saw an opportunity.
I saw an opportunity. I'm like, I was like, I thought it would be like my side hustle, right?
Right.
Had my job, my career. I just started a career in law enforcement.
Mhm.
But I'm like, I need a hustle. I need something that
Out of the back of a trunk.
out of the back of the trunk. So I started doing it first, just using other people's cigars and just setting up and
Right.
selling. I say, you know what? If these guys in New York could do it, if all these other brands figured out how to roll, or these guys in the factory can roll, why can't I roll cigars? Like, why can't I? I'm gonna do it, And I took a trip, kind of on a whim, to Ybor City in Tampa.
Okay.
And my mind at the time was saying, look, I have a little event business. No one is making cigars in North Carolina where
Right.
I am, where my market was at the time.
Right.
Let me step outside of the box, outside of my comfort zone, and take this challenge on. I'm going to learn how to do it. I'm
Right.
just
You're just going to do it.
I'm
You're going to
gonna
figure
do
it
I'm
out.
gonna figure it out. So I did. I met Odoma Matos. She came from Cuba not too long ago. Well, now it's been about 15 years probably, but they have a factory in Ybor City. I saw her rolling in the window, and I'm like, this is perfect. This is exactly where I need to be. And a couple meetings. Her family brought me in.
Wow.
We smoked. We drank coffee. Told her my vision, what I want to do, and she was like, "Look, pick a couple weeks and come back down, and I'll teach you." And I said, "That's awesome, great." It was an amazing experience. I did. I took 2 weeks off of work to go back and learn how to roll cigars, and then. Yeah, I was scared. I'm like,
shit.
Now
People
what?
are gonna watch me.
I know. Yeah, like I gotta now.
Not only are you rolling, it's not like you're rolling in your basement.
No, like it's like a show.
It is.
It's a what do you call it?
You're on display, man.
Yeah, you're on display. It's like
You are.
entertainment in a sense.
Yes, it is.
So I took it back home, and her advice was to me, roll 20 cigars a day until you know what you're doing.
Yeah,
you're comfortable. It becomes second nature. You understand tobacco. You understand how to work with the leaf and manipulate the leaf.
Right.
You have to. Every leaf is different. So you have to learn these things. And I really focused on blending, and I put an ad out on Facebook when Facebook was just starting to
get big.
I made a page for events.
Look at you.
Yeah, hire me.
Hire me, please.
And people started hiring me. So I was like, hey, I did something right.
Hey,
That's
sometimes
great,
when you
man.
throw things into the universe the universe responds.
It does.
And everyone thought I was nuts.
Of course.
Everyone thought I was crazy. They're like, you're American. You're from here. You don't know. You don't have the history. I said, well, I'm going to create the history.
Right.
First generation, and I'm going to do it. They're not going to have a choice.
It's a Bronx tale.
It's a Bronx tale.
It is.
Exactly.
It's a Bronx tale. A cigar Bronx tale.
So that's how it happened. It was a hobby, but I saw a niche.
Right.
And I wanted to do something that I love to do.
Right.
Not just
go through the motions.
So thank God I found it, and it worked out.
Oh my God,
it's working out.
that is fantastic.
Yeah.
I love
You're
stories
producing
like yours.
a really excellent stick.
Thank you.
Look at the construction of this cigar.
Oh, it's beautifully constructed.
I mean, come on.
The drawer is excellent.
Look, that ash is as white. I mean, look at it.
That's beautiful.
I got
It's
the cocoa
beautiful.
notes on it.
Look at this.
I definitely got the cocoa.
This is just a beautiful cigar, folks. Make no mistake about it. Burns perfectly. And let me tell you, the flavor profile on this is unbelievable.
Cocoa and
Cocoa and Azette.
You got a little
Oh,
of that
absolutely.
anisette, right?
Oh,
yeah.
without a doubt.
It's like not in your face, but
it's like you're passing the bottle
That's what I'm
past
saying.
your
You
nose.
get a
You just
little-
kind of get that
sometimes I
essence of
taste it
it.
on my tongue
On
or
the
like
tongue.
a little.
I get it on the tongue.
Yeah.
That's where I get it, right
And
on
it
the tongue.
lingers.
Yes, I get it right on the tongue. And it's interesting. Having an Italian background, when we think of Italians and cigars, we think of like the one brand. Really, it's Toscana,
Right.
Yeah.
right?
of course.
That's it. It's a Kentucky fire cured.
Yeah. Hard,
hard,
rough, very distinct.
very distinct. It looks. I call it like the crooked stick.
Yeah, it
You
is.
know,
It's the Clint Eastwood cigar.
So,
Yeah.
it is. I think what you've done is you've created a whole new dynamic for an Italian-made cigar.
Yeah.
You created one where there wasn't one prior.
You're right. You're
So
right.
I think that's pretty darn special.
It is
you know?
special.
And that's funny because that was a big thing that Chris and I have talked about since the beginning when we were talking about marketing and how are we, because we had the foundation built, right? But it was like going through transitions. We're like naming and how we're really presenting the brand, and both of us were like, we're Italian. We're Italian Americans. We have a rich culture.
Right.
Our families came here for a better life. Like, let's portray that in our brand and in our product.
It's the American dream.
It's the American dream.
It is.
And you brought it to life.
And like you said, no one's really done that as far as the the Italian market.
Not at all.
It either goes Spanish or stays whatever,
exactly.
other than the Toscano. So we're like, look, let's be who we are and make it a thing because no one else has done that.
I think it's fantastic. Now, do you sell your cigars in Italy?
So we had one shop about Italy's very hard.
It's hard, I know.
It's hard because they're what's the word? They regulated. So the government buys the product.
I know.
Now we've gotten stuff in there to sell.
Right. A little bit. We won't say how we did it, but that's part of being Italian.
It's
We
who you
find
know.
a way.
It's who you know.
Who you know. And,
And if you know,
it's what suitcase you bring. And listen, my mom, my dad, when we went to visit Italy, in the suitcase, make no mistake, There was Superstar. There was Provolone. Back in the day, before you think, and on the little expo, yeah. Did you bring anything? Absolutely not. No. Nothing. They didn't have prosciutto sniffing dogs.
Right. Thank God.
My family would have been in jail.
You know what? Actually, first it was an army base that brought us in. Like I had a guy hit me up through social media. You know, he's like, "Oh, hey, we're in Italy. We want your cigars." He's like, "What do we got to do?" I'm like, "I don't know, but
I don't know. You got to tell us."
I said, "Let's come up with a price. You send me some money, and you do what you want with them in Italy."
Right.
That was the first. So we would like to get more of like a regular, yeah. You know, because that kind of you can't do that.
You can't do that. No.
You got to know a guy.
You got to know a guy.
You got to know a few.
I am working with one of our good friends is Claudio Scroy. He used to work with Mombacho.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Claudio, he's from Sicily. Actually.
Okay.
And he was a blender, and he's doing his own stuff now, kind of, or consulting.
Okay.
But I always call him. I said, Claudio, we got to get these Amendolas in Italy. I need your help. You know? Like, yeah, we'll work it out.
You'll work it out.
But from what I heard, legit wise, it has to go through the government has to approve it, and they buy it, and then the shops or the buyers
buy it from them.
It's like alcohol in states like
it's like the ABC.
Like ABC, yeah.
Well, it's like they're so heavily regulated the cigarette industry too.
Yeah,
everything had to be the government cigarettes and all that. I remember that from the '60s when I was there. Yeah, oh yeah. And then we had to go through the black market to get Marlboros.
Yeah. But what's crazy is we're actually working with some distributors in England and South Africa. Waiting on some fundamental, some behind the scenes things to work out with that, but they got to get approved. But we have some orders on standby for them that hopefully will be shipping out this year.
Oh, very good.
England,
man.
Germany, and South Africa. We're just fingers crossed we could logistically get that done.
That would be great.
How's Germany to get into though? I heard that's also a tough market.
Yeah, it's tough. You just have to find the right importers.
Right. You need the right distributor.
The right distributors that understand and work with you and will push your product,
I'm sure Claudio's got a guy.
Yeah, Claudio got it. Yeah, I gotta call him.
So, making the splash on Cigar Snob.
Tobacco business.
Tobacco business. Oh, that's right. That was tobacco business.
Yeah.
That's right. That was tobacco business.
That was the big one.
That was the big one. That was the full
five. The new kids on the block.
The new kids on the block. That's right. I mean,
that was unbelievable.
It really was. So, how did that come about?
We did one of the editors, Reed. We did an interview, like a live, like an Instagram live interview with one of the editors.
Right.
And after that, we got an email, and they were just like, "Hey, we want to do a write up on you." I'm like, "That's awesome, thank you."
Wow. I love the pictures. I mean, it's
it was a big deal. I didn't know what to expect. So they said, look, we have a bunch of questions we want to ask you and get into the whole thing. And we worked on that for a while, sent it all back to them, had a little one-on-one. And then I didn't hear anything for like 3 or 4 months.
That's usually the way it works.
Yeah, I was like, maybe they're not going to pick it up.
Maybe that was all bullshit. They just wanted cigars.
So you know what? Nobody cares.
That's right.
But sure enough.
Sonny was right.
Yeah, he's always right. Nobody cares. November, December issue came out, and I was like, "Oh, we made it!
We made it! We hit the big league.
We're public figures now."
Kudos to that, though, man. That's a big to do for such a short period of time.
It seems small, and probably people that people that have put to us it's a really big deal.
Major. Absolutely,
it's our first
publication,
like in a magazine that we've ever experienced. So we did. We actually ended up
buying all of them.
I tried. I only got one. You only get one. They told me they're all sold out. Chris had to get one from another shop. Really? He went into a shop. Where were we?
He's like, "Can I keep
that
he's like,
one? Sorry, bro. I'm taking the magazine."
Say, "Look, that's me."
He's like, I need this. And that's how he was able to get his. But we ended up making plaques.
Oh, nice.
With the whole
thing laid out.
Nice.
So I'm like, you know what, bro? We got to do it. It's our first real publication in an actual
Oh yeah.
I'm like, for us, it was a milestone, you know, just for that exposure, and to be able to be on that platform is amazing.
Crazy.
No, it
Crazy
is. That's
how
like I
beautiful
said, for somebody who's only been in for a short period of time.
Yeah,
that's a big to do. You know, you can definitely hold your head up high on that.
Thank you. Yeah, we do.
And they're terrific cigars.
Oh,
yeah, thank you.
That's the thing.
Oh,
They're
each
good
cigar is its own unique. It stands alone.
Yeah.
And it tells a story. Each cigar does tell a story. It's part of your story and Chris's story together. Like you said, blending this on the golf course.
Yeah, who does that?
Who does
I mean,
this?
come on.
I mean, I know they don't have too many golf courses in the Dominican or
Right.
Nicaragua, and I doubt the rollers are rolling at the course.
Right.
So I think what you've created is not only have you created an industry buzz about your brand, but it's your relationship together as partners.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah, yeah.
and I
That's a
think
big
that
part
that's
of it.
and that to me, it's like you two are brothers now.
We're like family.
Yeah, you're family.
Yeah, it's funny. People assume that
Right.
everywhere we go.
Mhm.
They just assume we're brothers or cousins. And,
Right. Right.
And,
It's a good
but that's
thing.
great. It
is a good thing.
That's how we work, though. You
Right.
know, it's not just.
You complement each other because you both have
Yeah.
your own strengths.
Yeah.
And you
And now
bring
you'll
that
be
to the
living
table.
in the same
Yeah, we're
area.
gonna be in the same area together. So
Beautiful.
guess what? We're coming for you. The Italians are here.
The Italians
That's
are here. That's a quote that we use on our podcast. The Italians are
I
here.
know. I love that.
But it is
no,
phenomenal to do this on the golf course. I mean, again,
Oh, it is.
unheard of.
Yeah, because
It's like, what do you say? Hand me my 9-iron. And by the way, the Sumatra wrapper,
Yeah,
too.
give me that Sumatra. You know, everyone was eating dinner at the time. Like they did their golf thing. Then they all got drinks, got their cigars. We're rolling them out. Bang, bang, bang. Everyone's having dinner. So like, all right, let's play around a little bit. You know, we have some downtime.
Right.
I brought Fresh Leaf to just mess around with them. Funny, but that's how things
how it
happen.
works.
That's
So now, Jeff, tell me, how do you get your product delivered to you in North Carolina? Like, what do you buy
like
in
the
bulk?
tobacco.
Yeah, the tobacco.
Oh yeah. So I have some.
Connections.
Yeah,
Maybe we shouldn't go
No,
there.
I know. Yeah. Eddie, but long story short, there's ways to get certain tobaccos that I want to mess with.
Right.
It may not be like tobacco we want to put out on the market
Right.
per se, but it's enough to test, blend, and come up with a concept.
Mhm.
So that's typically how we'll do our blending.
Right.
We'll do it first with what we have. There is a place. There's actually a farm in Connecticut that will sell me wrapper leaf.
Oh, okay.
So I could get that.
You can get
easily.
Right.
Some of the filler, I have some other people that will
Funnel you.
They'll funnel me some stuff.
Exactly.
But that's where we'll come up with the concept of a blend.
Right.
And then we'll take that concept and bring it to our factory partner
Right.
and say, look, this is our concept. This is our idea. We want this tobacco, but you take it, dissect it.
Right.
What do you have?
And let's replicate this.
Let's do it. Because those guys, granted, I mean, we know what we're doing, but these guys have 20 years on us. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to say, look, you guys tell us. Are we doing this? Is this right? Is this going to work? Because we like it.
Right.
But as far as putting it into a production, does
Right.
this make sense?
Right.
And then might say, yeah, but we have this tobacco, so we have to adjust
Right.
and to size. And that's where we come up with the testing and then really saying yay or nay or adding, taking away.
So how long did it take you to get to that point where you say, this is the one?
Sometimes it happens right away. And we're
Wow.
like, man,
Wow.
we just hit the nail on the head. Like,
Right.
we figured it out. They figured it
Yeah.
out.
Boom.
It was good communication.
Let's produce this.
Yeah, let's just do it. Sometimes
Takes a little.
yeah, I mean, there's one cigar actually we put on the market with this last year, a little more, the Special.
Mhm.
And the blending and the samples we approved were great. Something happened
in production.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but when it landed, even after it aged, we were just like, it wasn't hitting right.
Right.
And luckily, we just did a small run. It wasn't a bad cigar, like it wasn't trash, but we were just like, it wasn't
the one.
as special as
the name.
As the name,
Exactly.
and it's got to be. We made the cigar to be special. So we actually went back to the drawing. That was like a year process to really figure it out.
Oh,
but we actually worked on that with Eric Espinoza, and he was able to actually get that cigar, the new one. We re-released it.
Okay, gotcha.
Excuse me, in a box press. We changed the wrapper, redid some of the blending, and it's actually being made at the San Latano factory.
Okay,
AJ.
nice.
So
Nice. So AJ's
that's where this
got
one's
those.
being made too.
Awesome. AJ.
Yeah,
let's say.
they have great tobacco.
Exactly.
And if you want some of the dark wrapper, Eric will, advise. Let's see if we can get this made here. If you want this wrapper leaf or whatever.
Right.
So that's how it works. Sometimes it's quick and you get it.
And sometimes
It's like anything in life. Sometimes you gotta wait. Sometimes it's right there for you.
And as a new brand too, we're very. We got to be careful with what we put out because as a new brand, people are paying attention. We might have one shot.
Right.
With a customer or a shop owner that smokes a cigar, they're either going to say, "Oh yeah, I like these guys."
No.
Yeah, and that could deter.
Right.
So we have to have something for everybody and really be confident with the blends we're putting out.
So how many cigars are in your line right now?
Just 9. We have 9.
That's a pretty
just 9.
Just 9.
Hey.
Well, I say that. Because I think we talked about this before. We don't for example, this cigar. It's a one size, one blend.
Right.
Which
is nice. You don't have to have the full.
You're not going to have that in 3-4 different sizes.
That's okay.
Same with our core line.
Right.
Connecticut, Havano, Maduro.
Yep.
One size, one blend.
Cannolis.
Keep it simple. So it turned into 9 instead of having 3. We did 9, all different sizes, all unique blends to that size.
Which is great.
That's pretty good. Man.
Oh yeah, that's real
so
good.
it was strategically thought out.
Right.
And one of those cigars is we haven't really talked about it a lot, but we sell it. It's like one of our best sellers, and it's called Dessert, but it tastes like Nutella.
Really?
Yeah, it's hazelnut, sugar tip.
Oh really?
It tastes like.
It tastes
like Nutella. Actually.
Wow, I got to try it.
Or like hazelnut coffee cake or something.
Really?
Yeah. And because it was like one of those.
So it's a nice after dinner smell.
Yeah. It's like a dessert. It's a dessert cigar. We don't want to be known as a brand that are known for flavored cigars per se.
No.
But that cigar, actually, I was making that before we were even Amendola Cigars.
Okay, you were rolling that.
Yeah, it was one. Because I had a store before this, and my mindset with that was I only sold my cigars out of that shop. So I want to have something for everybody.
Right.
So if you were a flavored cigar smoker, I want to have at least
one. Right.
And then we kind of got away from it. Then when Chris and I partnered up and relaunched Amendola, we've got to bring that back because that was a winner.
Right.
And why not? Because there's a market for it.
Oh, absolutely.
And we're going to at least have that one where we can capture that.
Yeah. When you say flavored, it's not a fused.
It's not.
Flavor. I mean, is this going to fly with the new FDA regulations?
It will.
It will.
It will. It's comparable, I guess, to the Java.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
A lot of people that smoke it say, "Hey, this reminded me of that."
Of a Java mint. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that type of.
Well, hey, listen. Drew Estate's not going to say anything. Look what they built on acid.
Yeah.
Literally.
There's a market for it.
There is, absolutely. Otherwise, they wouldn't exist.
Exactly.
Plain and simple.
Yep.
And that's why we have at least, if you like flavored cigars, you can come to us and we'll have one for you, Cover the whole spectrum.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Well, that's good.
So now, how did you and Chris actually meet and hook up?
Yeah, it was random meeting. I was rolling cigars at another golf course. Actually, it was a country club bourbon tasting for their members.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a mutual friend of ours, he's in the event business. He has his own lounge now in Charlotte. And I was out there. He brought me out to roll cigars for this event that he was kind of putting together. And he was like, "Man, you got to meet my boy Chris. You're both from New York. You're both Italian." He's like, "I know you're looking maybe for a partner. He's been trying to get in the business or toying around with the idea." I'm like, "I'll meet him. I would love to meet him. Why not? I'm out here."
Right.
So he called Chris and was like, "Hey, I'm with this guy, Jeff Amendola. He's out here rolling cigars. You guys should meet." And he's like, "Yeah, come over." I'm like, all right, I'll come over. Whatever. I'm staying the night anyway.
Right,
So
there you go.
we went over to his man cave. It was like 9, 10 o'clock. We went through a bottle of bourbon, 5 cigars, a lot of yelling. We ended up knowing some of the same people or from back home because we lived in like Westchester County area. So, you know, place was familiar. It was all familiar meeting him.
Exactly.
It was like, oh, the pizzeria. Yeah, Sal. We all went there, you know, or this person, that person. We had that connection off the bat. It was like instant family. And, you know, we talked about business a little bit. And he was like, you know, I'd always, you know, would love to kind of get involved in a way.
Right.
And I at that time, I was hearing that a lot. Everyone wanted to get involved. Everyone wanted to. And I was very skeptical. But I knew I needed someone that I could grow with.
Right.
A good partnership. That
You're only one man.
Yeah. That understands the vision. He had the same vision, saw it. And we kind of just developed a friendship at first. It was just instant family friendship. I gave him a box of cigars, I think, and he started hustling them, man. He just started knocking on doors and making phone calls. And before you know it,
you're like, holy cow.
Yeah, we're like getting in. We brokered some of our biggest online accounts at that time.
Wow.
And it just kind of evolved. And he was like, look, bro, like, might as well join up. I mean, at this point.
Let's do it.
I'm like, yeah, let's go in, bro. You're all in. We had a couple sit downs. And,
you got to have the sit down.
It worked out. We met that one night.
Wow.
Till 5 a.m. we were up.
Damn. That's a great story.
Wow. Yeah.
I love that.
It was a bond connection.
Yep.
And that is portrayed in our brand. And
absolutely. You could see that. You could see that. That's you could feel it.
It's
important.
You could
feel it. You know? And that's what I love about you guys is you're authentic.
Yeah.
You know, there's no bullshit there. This is who we are. That's it.
Life's too short to be fake.
You're gonna like it or not.
Yeah, that's
but
okay.
This is the way it is.
And if you don't,
that's okay.
It's all right. Find something you like.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
exactly.
how we do. That's what we do.
Exactly.
What am I gonna say?
Exactly.
You know?
No,
you don't smoke these, we're gonna break your legs.
Well,
that happens sometimes.
That happens sometimes.
I don't know who does that, but
I know a guy.
Me neither.
I know a guy.
Yep.
He's called Big Paulie.
Yeah. Yeah, we have Chris's uncle is Paulie.
Yeah, see, I knew we had a Paulie. You have to have a Paulie. Every Italian family has an Uncle Paulie.
Yeah.
And everybody's wife is Marie, right?
Marie.
A lot of Maries.
A lot of Maries.
We have one in our family.
Yeah. My mom was Marie.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's it. You have to have that. So what's the future look like for you guys? What are your plans moving forward? Going into 2022 through 2023?
So initial plans are, Chris started by moving down to Florida.
That's a big move.
It was always in the back of our heads. Like we always kept talking, 5-year plan. Let's go to Florida and kind of set up office and really be closer to the pulse,
right?
And the culture here because it's great. So that's step one. That's in the works now. We are working on a few collaborations with other brands.
Nice.
Which one I think hopefully we can we might be able to put out by end of summer.
Oh, okay. Wow.
That's going to be a fun project.
Excellent.
You guys will appreciate it.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. You're going to have to tell us so we can have you on the show.
Absolutely.
One of the big moves we did actually with one of our factory partners is we're now dealing direct with them as far as instead of having a middleman or someone else, we're now dealing 100% direct with the guys on the floor, which is big for a small brand.
Big time. Oh, yeah.
By the way, you need a partner?
Yeah. Right. So that's a big move because we have a little more control of things from there. We're going to be back at the PCA in July. Hopefully, we'll be bringing a tray of cannolis to eat.
Nice.
And to share.
A plastic gun.
Yep.
Leave the gun.
We'll have it in let's see what else is going on. We're gonna. Yeah, we have some new blend concepts too that we're working on. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be with some tobacco that's not
readily available.
Yep, or used.
Gotcha.
Ever maybe
right
in a cigar.
Good, we like that.
which is gonna
taking
be-
chances.
Yeah.
I love that. I
Yep.
love that. Don't be
That's what
afraid.
it's all about, man.
I mean, look at Steve Saka and
Gotta
what
be-
he does.
Yeah, innovation. right?
Innovation.
And it'll be really different and cool if we could make this work.
Great.
So, you know, we're planning and we're just hitting the ground running, man. I mean, we actually brought on we're in the midst of bringing on a broker in Texas.
Oh, good.
Midwest, actually
Good.
near you guys. Garrett,
Over in Chicago area?
They're based in Minneapolis.
Oh, okay.
But they're going to be doing Minnesota, Illinois,
Oh, great.
Detroit, and maybe one or two others. So they're just starting. So we're
Good.
going to try to them help us, we help
Right.
them get,
Right.
you know, and just keep doing what we do.
Mhm.
You know, I'll be eventually moving down here as well to set up another rolling operation,
Oh, you're going to do
events
Oh,
and
good.
everything.
Nice.
Got-
Very good.
have 2 event teams in North Carolina still that
Excellent. Excellent. So you've trained.
I'm training now.
Oh,
I'm training 2
awesome. I
teams.
love that. I love
Yeah.
the fact that you're
Oh.
training other guys to do
Yeah.
it and to be a brand extension for you.
Exactly. Because my biggest fear with moving was that
You're going to lose
I
that.
had this thing,
You
this
created
niche thing, like 10 years almost now.
Holy cow.
So I was like, oh, I don't want to leave that. So
Right.
what
Yeah.
would someone smart do?
Train somebody.
and have it
Pass the
keep going,
baton.
pass the baton. So that's in the works, and
Excellent. So this
start-
way your contacts there
Yeah.
remain.
yeah. Because we have some that are every year. I
Every
mean,
year.
They expect Amendola to be there. You
Right.
know, in some
It's part of their calendar.
Yeah,
They're
it's on their
calendar.
Yep, it's part of their experience. Their guests look forward to it. So
Right.
you know, we don't want to lose that. We want to grow
Build
that and
on
make
that.
it bigger.
Build
you know,
on it.
and then do the same operation down here as well. Aside from our brand and wholesale,
Mhm.
have the event more readily available in
Right.
this market,
Right.
where we can captivate that because we do it different. You know, we have our own little swag, obviously,
Right.
in how we do events. And
Exactly.
we want to keep that going. here.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's
you
great
put the
news.
time in over there. Why drop it?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
You know, it'd
It-
be foolish to do that.
It would be foolish.
Yeah.
It would be foolish.
Yeah.
So I got some good guys up there. I mean, they love it. They see the vision, and they will represent the
Right.
brand the way it should be represented.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
That's right, man.
yeah,
You
I
guys are moving along
Oh my God.
Yeah, I
rapidly,
mean,
I think.
you know, we have a long way to go, but
That's all right.
I mean, the plan is to just
Keep growing.
keep taking it up a notch. You know, as long
Exactly.
as we're going up and not going back, like we're
Right.
happy. Like
Yeah.
this is it's a long term, it's a
a long
marathon business.
Exactly.
It's not an overnight thing, but we're making moves and it's working out. Thank God. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
things are falling into place, and we see this as a legacy.
See, for you and for your
Yeah,
family.
like,
I mean, this is
is a-
definitely it would really, like I said, you're creating a whole nother brand that's Italian based, and I'm proud that you guys have done this because it brings the Italian culture to the forefront in the cigar industry.
And that's funny.
And this was a hard industry to break.
Yes, tell you.
They
Tell me
locked
about
it. They locked the sucker
Tell me
in.
about it. They don't like new blood sometimes.
No.
You know what I mean? But what's funny though, we've been getting a lot of Italians that are like hitting us up all the time.
Right.
Like, hey guys, thank you so much. You know, we love seeing
Absolutely.
the flag on the back. You guys are doing it. You know, with something we can relate to more. I love that.
Yep.
Uh,
There's guys in there's a big club in Queens called Goodfellas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Have you hooked up
Out
with
of
those
Long
guys?
Island?
I'm planning on it. We're gonna be up in New York.
Hook up with them.
Yeah.
They've got a big following.
They just opened up a
Yes.
store.
They
Yeah.
just opened up a store.
Yeah, so we're gonna be up in New York in 2 weeks. We're doing we partnered up with Fine Tobacco NYC.
Okay,
They
great.
do really phenomenal events.
Great.
They do
Great.
cigar tours on boats.
Oh shit.
They do the
wow.
Excellent.
they feature brands at certain lounges.
Right.
So we're gonna be featured at Merchants
Excellent.
in Manhattan. We got a couple other events that week.
Nice.
So yeah, and our plan is to get up with some of the other guys that we
Absolutely.
need to be.
I have an idea. You might think I'm crazy,
Yeah.
but you know how cigars have become a celebratory experience for professional teams after winning championships and things like that.
Yeah.
Have you thought about pursuing any soccer, Italian soccer celebrities, because they are celebrities.
Yeah, they are. They're big.
They're big, and they have
Big.
big, huge followings. Have you thought about trying to send them cigars and having kind of them be the face there?
Like ambassadors.
An ambassador there in Italy.
Yeah, we've thrown that idea around in the past a little bit. Originally, I was trying to get the football player, Danny Amendola.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Because we
Yeah,
share
of
the name.
course. Yes.
And he sent me a picture smoking our cigar one time.
Awesome. Awesome.
I'm like, that's awesome. So I sent him a box. The only challenge is a lot of these guys have, what do you call it?
Contracts in there.
Contracts and things like that. So great idea. I have to figure out how to make
How to make it work.
Yeah, because they have those, what do you call them? Not managers.
Oh yeah, they have
or
they have
press
they have
people,
they have their agents.
Agents. So you really got to get in with the agents. And how to do that, I don't know yet.
I know.
But
make it happen.
yeah,
because
we go back and forth with like that concept.
I'd love to see.
That'd be awesome.
Oh my
How
God!
cool would that be?
Absolutely. Totally.
They pull out one of these.
Oh my
you know,
God!
with the flag.
Oh yeah, with the flag, they're running around the side.
That'd
They
be-
just won, Series A.
No, I know,
They,
it'd be
they got your
crazy.
cigar. It'd be nuts.
That
But
is a
right
great
now,
idea.
I'm a good idea guy.
That's a
so
good idea.
You ever need
I
good
gotta
ideas?
dig into that a little bit.
Yeah, dig in there and
Yeah.
throw
Figure
Chris
that
at it.
out.
He's like a
He's a pit bull.
He'll go after them.
Throw
He'll-
Chrissy out. Chrissy.
Chrissy, can you get
on it?
knock on that door, will you? Hey, Chris, I know you couldn't make it tonight, but Jeff he likes my idea, so go ahead, knock on a few doors.
Call the
make
Paisan.
make them an
There
offer
you
they
go.
can't refuse.
Yeah.
You don't have to use a horse or the head of a horse. You don't have to do that, but
Unless you have to.
unless you have to. Well, let's see. We've got folks chiming in here.
Some
Bruce
questions?
Stark. Will you guys be at the BCA this year? The Boutique Cigar Association event in Indiana.
I don't know.
You should be there.
We should be there.
Be there.
We should be there.
You should be there.
I gotta look
Because
into
you
more of
guys-
that too.
Yeah, it's in Indiana. It's in
the-
Indiana, Martinsville. It's in August.
Say
August.
18th, I
Something
think.
like that. Yeah.
It's right around there. I'm not sure
That'd be a
about
good
the date,
event
but
for us. Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
For
last
sure.
year was the first time they did it. and
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
you guys were out there,
spectacular.
right?
We
there.
were out there.
And I'm sure this year it's going to be bigger than ever.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sure.
good.
It's growing. Hey, listen, the boutique cigar industry is growing. And the reason for it, I believe, is during this second boom, it's allowed guys like yourself, to all of a sudden be in front of folks who maybe only smoke a cigar a week. Now they're smoking a cigar, 2 cigars a day.
Yeah.
They're home. They're not
They're
in the
home,
office.
and they want to try new
And
things.
they're looking for
Smoke.
something new.
Exactly.
They want to try
I
new
agree.
things.
I agree.
Absolutely.
We're in a little boom right now.
Oh, yeah, we totally
yeah.
are.
Especially with the boutiques, the smaller runs, smaller batch
Yep.
stuff.
And people are realizing what they've been missing.
Yeah, you can find some gems.
Oh,
Absolutely.
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 Yeah, and we like to hone in on that. Mark.
Oh,
You know,
and
you have to.
You have to. Absolutely, you do. Because, hey, listen, the big guys have the marketing power.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Like I said, I was always a Padron smoker in the 90s. That's all I smoked, Jeff. That's all. Because
Great cigar.
anytime, of course. But every time I ventured out back in the 90s and I tried something different, I was like pissed off because it wasn't good compared. It was a tough comparison to make.
Yeah.
But, and I say this about Padron now, which I think, I understand it's a family-owned business, but I think they may have lost touch with their consumer base because the consumer base is getting younger. A lot of younger, it's changing, right?
changing.
And that younger consumer wants to try new things.
Yeah.
And as much as it's great to have that history that they've built upon the Padron name, you need to touch your consumer like you guys are touching.
Yeah, that's very important.
It is.
I think.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
And they don't have reps. They're not
don't have
out there
reps.
meeting
They're
the
not
people and
They're not
listening to
hearing
what's
and
going
listening.
on.
Yeah.
They don't need to. They don't need to.
They don't.
But
They
it's still
built something.
They built something big.
Oh yeah,
I get it.
You got the Cadillac
And-
of the cigars, but
You did hit a good point about the industry, like the consumer market is changing.
Exactly.
So how long will that
That lasts. Exactly. Because, hey, the people die. I hate to say
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
We're getting older. We're not getting any younger.
Hey, I'm getting older. Do I really want to be doing this anymore?
Right.
Is there someone to pass it down to? What are they going to do?
yeah,
Or is it just time to say,
That's it.
We had a good run. We
Right.
built a legacy here. you know?
Right.
But that it is happening, and there's a lot of younger cigar smokers than normal, like out of grad school.
Absolutely.
You know, they're getting into the it's almost like things that were considered old school are becoming
new school.
And
true.
like they want to go back to that.
Yes.
And like, why was this so popular, or why was it? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then
they're like,
I
wait,
get it
I
now.
get it. I know it. I understand.
And that's what happened to me.
That's a very good point.
I saw a lot of older guys always getting into in the beginning. I'm like, why are they? What's so
important here? Why are
is
they
this a
doing this?
thing?
Why is it
And then when I started, I'm like, I get it. I'm like, I want to
because it's relaxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I smoke a pipe too, and we're part of the pipe, club who puts on the biggest pipe show in the world.
That's right. I heard about that one. Yeah.
The last few years, we've been seeing people in their 20s, early 30s picking up pipes, and they're buying and smoking.
And they're getting into it.
They're getting into it. Like you said before, what was old school now has become like a rage again,
So when the magazine coined us New Kids on the Block,
right,
it kind of resonated a little bit. Like we have to keep that because that's what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
Get that audience.
A lot of older brands, who knows what they'll do or change, sell out, shut down, maybe adapt.
Be bought over by another company. Yeah.
But there's fresh blood that's coming up, right? And so we see ourselves as we're new blood. We're new kids on the block. We got to make our place now
exactly.
and make it last for the next 20, 30, 40, whatever
years.
100 years, like some of these guys. More than
Why
that.
not? 200. We got kids.
Exactly.
I want my kids. I would love for them to do it.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Chris has a kid.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? Exactly. Why not? Why not? And you guys deserve all the credit in the world. We're proud to know you guys.
No,
absolutely.
Likewise. We need guys like you too.
What we do is we love this experience.
Yeah.
Just being able to talk to people, share stories, because in the end, that's what this is always about. It's about sharing that story, sharing your experience, and being able to say, you know what, we knew them when.
Right. Well, that's one thing I love about cigars. It's a social thing. I mean, you could. Yeah, I smoke alone a lot too.
Yeah, so
and
do
that's
I.
fine.
All day long.
Well,
yeah,
Chris.
that's my.
Hey, Chris. He goes, I wish I could have been there, fellas. Had to pick up my car. Just got down last night. Oh, be there tonight. Later tonight.
Yeah, he's good. We're gonna have dinner together. Then come back out.
Good.
Well,
we have to pack up. We can't be here for the dinner.
They're kicking us out. They kick us out at 4 o'clock.
But we're gonna go have our own dinner. So.
You know any good Italian restaurants here? Or what?
I don't, but he knows a spot. He has a seafood spot up in towards. I think it's towards Juneau.
Okay.
Or Jupiter area.
He's by Jupiter.
Yeah, he's up there right now. So we're gonna go up there and eat and then come back.
Good.
But I heard there's a lot of Italians down here.
Oh yeah, I heard that too.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
Right.
Maybe because they don't like the cold.
But they have names
in
like
our DNA,
they have
though.
names like Smith, Jones.
Down here, yeah. Oh, they're on the lamb. They're on the lamb.
Here, Arizona.
They picked a good place. So, yeah. I think it's in our DNA though, especially Southern Italians.
Oh yeah, you got
that have migrated.
You have to. You're like, wait a minute, it's too damn cold.
Yeah,
nice and warm here.
Yeah, there's palm trees, oceans over there.
Nice,
it's sunny.
Yep,
nice.
It is. But we want to thank you for sharing your time
Thanks for
again.
having me on the show.
Always
and
good
again,
to see
kudos
you.
on
Oh my
this.
God, fantastic!
Excellent cigar,
And it has been the same.
All through.
Beautiful throughout.
Beautiful.
Hasn't changed.
The profile is very consistent.
Very
from start
consistent.
to finish.
Yep.
It's like a.
I like it.
That somebody just gave Jeff the finger.
Yeah, I'm gonna go handle that right now.
He's gonna go break some kneecaps.
Yeah, especially him.
I keep a bat in the case, by the way, if you need it.
Oh, good. I got one in the car. No, but thank you guys for having us on the show.
Oh my God!
I wish you guys
the platform.
Nothing but the best.
Yeah,
for you guys.
Much success.
Thank you
and
very
I think
much.
you will be there. You will be.
We're on the right path.
They are. And
No
there
doubt.
it was, Jeffrey Amendola here from Amendola Family Cigar Company, because it is a family, truly. Sorry, Chris couldn't be here, but that's okay.
We'll
here
get him
in
next
spirit.
time. We'll get him next
absolutely. Thank you, folks. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, and then we're bringing on Ismael Olivan from Don Olivan and BAMF Cigars. And I'm sure he's going to surprise us with different things because Ish always surprises us. So we'll be back right after this break from our sponsors. Of course, we have the best sponsors in the world because, again, they know the best podcast, so they come to ours. Why not? I would.
Before you light your next cigar, be sure to check out Cigar Medics, the makers of the patent-approved humidimeter. The humidimeter is a tool designed to display the relative humidity inside your cigar. With this device, there's no more guessing. Simply insert the probes into the foot or cap of your cigar, and you can instantly know if your cigar is ready to be smoked. Buy now on cigarmedics.com and see site for other cigar accessories. With the humidimeter, you'll know when to hold them and know when to smoke them.
Experience the magic of Rockefeller Cigars today. With 11 years steeped in tradition, passion, and mystery of the leaf, Rockefeller has a cigar just for you. Be like the greatest magicians and make Rockefeller Cigars appear in your lineup with any of our 4 lines. The Nicaraguan, the Dominican Blue, the Vintage Gold, and our new LE, The Art of Magic. DAV Cigars out of New York. Decades of experience combined with true love and deep understanding of cigars result in the highest of standard of each DAV hand-rolled cigar.
Oh, and look who's here. Our
we're back already.
Great
Look at
friend,
that. Wow.
Ismael of ROCF.
Yeah, leave it here. Put it over here.
And here he is. He's sitting down. He's taking over his
good
gun.
to
We're
see you,
shaking
man.
his hand. Throw your headphones on because you need that. Otherwise, we won't know who you are because we won't hear you.
Well, we'll know, but
nobody else will.
There we go.
There we go.
All
That's
right.
better. Let me get this out of your way.
There you go.
oh,
There's Kojack.
how you doing, man?
How are you?
Yeah.
Kojack, let me sit on the corner over there. Sit on the corner. Sit right on the corner. Yes.
Did you guys ever smoke any of my smoke?
No, I'm waiting for when you're on the show. We're going to smoke it. I don't want to. Hey, listen. I like smoking it for the first time with the person that I'm speaking to.
Absolutely.
So they could hear my unadulterated version of what we have.
I know I sent you coins too, didn't I?
You sent us a coin? Yes, I think you did. Let me slide this over.
I don't know. I didn't see it. No.
She took both.
I probably have both of them.
I have my cigars here.
Oh, sharp. Look at that.
All right, folks, and we have
Beautiful.
Ismael and
I like it.
And Kojack, nicknamed Kojack, and you would think he would look more like us, but he doesn't.
I expect you to be bald and sucking on a lollipop, right?
There you go. So can everybody hear well? Everybody can
Yes.
hear?
Yes,
Good, perfect. And we have the honor, again, to have Ismael here and Doug Kojack. How do you pronounce your last name?
Kacsir.
Kacsir. I was going to say something like Ronnie.
No, good healthy sneeze.
Gesundheit. So tell us a little bit about what's happening, Ish, because you're a busy man.
I guess I'll leave him.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
He is busier than most. I got to get Doug slide over a little bit.
All right, man.
You're a big guy.
Yes, I am.
You're a big guy.
Yeah.
So there we go.
There we
That's
go.
better. Good. So we were on live Instagram last night. with Ish.
Yeah.
And Ish was, we listen, folks. If you haven't had Ish's Pure African, you are missing out like you can't believe in this industry. Because we told Ish, not because we love Ish, he's a sponsor and all of that, but it's like top shelf. It's one of the best cigars that we've ever smoked in our entire life.
It really is.
It really is. And Ish, talk to us about what's going on with you. You told us a couple of very interesting things last night. Very interesting.
But
And
not everybody was on.
not
So
everybody. Now we have more
Yeah.
people on, and
Absolutely.
explain to us what's happening with obviously Rodriguez Olivan Cigar Factory.
Okay.
Talk to me.
So now we have another factory in the DR, making 3 now. We have a sister factory in Zimbabwe.
Listen to this, folks. In Zimbabwe, Africa.
Yeah. So like this, it's easy for us to have all the African tobacco.
Yes. And Ish was explaining to
we
us.
don't have to bring the whole thing.
Yes. He had to, in order to produce his original pure African, he was purchasing the entire plant.
They rip it out of the
Roots
ground and
all.
send it to him.
And some dirt got sent.
Just like that.
With it. And they pay by the weight. So guess what? There was a lot more dirt in there than it was tobacco.
Unbelievable.
Right? They just threw everything.
Sticks, everything. Didn't matter.
Didn't
right?
matter.
They just got it, put it. They fermented it, though.
Okay,
They fermented everything.
at least they fermented it for you.
But the good thing that they do, that's the flavor that you guys notice, is because they fermentate on the ground.
They let it sit on the ground.
No. They make a hole, put it
You
inside.
mean they actually cover it?
Yeah.
So it's fermented.
Oh
in
my
the ground.
God.
In the ground.
Wow.
So
That's an
that's the
interesting
flavor
technique.
and all
Wow.
that. Being so fertile, the soil.
It
now
cooks
it's over there.
It cooks it underground.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Fermentates over there.
And
Then
how
they take
long
it
is
out.
that process?
They can do between 6 months to 8 months, and then they can go to the normal cabanas that they just hang or whatever. But again, they can the whole plant. So,
Right.
so, but yeah, but it's good. It's good. And now that we have a city factory in Zimbabwe, now I will be able to say, hey, send me so many pounds of ligero, de suave, or viso, molado, whatever we need, instead to the whole plant. So
Yeah,
it's way cheaper.
Cost savings.
Oh, yeah.
Big cost savings.
Mostly than cost, because it's expensive, but the most expensive thing, it will be just the classification. When you have to have 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 people just doing the classification.
Right.
So that's a lot of time.
And you told us that currently, how many cigars do you have registered?
440.
Say that again.
440 cigars.
440 separate blends, folks.
Yeah.
440. This is not normal. This is not normal for somebody who's basically, I would say, new.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, no, I would say new
Yeah.
to the industry. 440. That journey that you've taken from Spain to the United States,
Yes.
bringing your passion for something that you love, obviously.
Of course.
Because, this is every time I pick up one of your cigars, I'm always amazed
Thank you.
at what I'm smoking, because I picked up a couple of your sampler 8-packs. I ordered, and you threw in a bacon.
Oh, yeah. that was quite interesting.
That was the breakfast blend.
And the smell?
And the smell was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I love that.
That was
Unbelievable.
amazing.
It was like if I was sitting there frying up some bacon, and that smell, that's what it felt
Yep.
like. I felt like I was in the pan with the bacon.
There's no better smell than bacon.
No, everybody loves bacon.
Who doesn't like bacon?
Yeah.
Everybody loves
And
bacon.
people think, always, what are you going to pair the cigar with? Easy, with a coffee.
Well, how about with eggs? How about with
Oh, with eggs.
Exactly. So, being new, how many years have you been doing this?
So I've been doing many, many years, but my brand's 7 years.
7 years.
7 years
Yeah.
to start with BAMF, and 6.5 years with K9 and another one.
Right. And you produce for about how many?
70 different companies.
70 different companies.
Wow.
So you're how many cigars are you producing now?
Between 900 to a million.
Wow. 900,000 to a million cigars. Wow. That's incredible.
Thank you.
You should be proud. I'm proud of you.
Oh, yeah. But I'm tired too.
He's tired. His wife is tired too.
She is very tired. Remember, guys, when the warning labels was in affair with the FDA,
Yes.
blah, blah,
Yes.
blah.
Yeah.
Okay. My wife went to bed at 10:30 at night. She get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and she saw me in the computer, because everything has to be in the computer.
Right.
She thought I was watching porn or something.
Oh, of
because
course.
I said,
It's early.
You went to bed? I said, no, what are you doing? My eyes like this. I said, it's 440 things, and it's like 7 pages per cigar. And all of a sudden, you don't need it. I said, but it's done.
I said, but at least it's done.
It's
if
done.
you need it, you have it.
Yeah.
You have it.
Yeah.
So what are we going to smoke?
What you guys want to smoke?
Oh my God! Tell me. Well, you told us what you were going to bring.
I bring a few
Wait a
things.
minute.
I've been
I gotta cleanse
salivating.
my palate
Let me
here
tell
for
you,
a
I
second.
gotta have a drink of water now because Doug, I'm looking forward to smoking your cigar.
Yes, we are.
How long have you been a cigar smoker, and how did you become friendly with this man right here?
Actually, I went to Bakersfield for a year and a half ago in November to an event with a cigar shop out there, and I met Iz, and I tasted his cigars out there, and I fell in love with them, especially.
He's not coming through on my.
Oh, there we go. I got it.
There we go.
Gotcha. There we go.
Anyway, I smoked.
You got the cables running. You feel it? Bring it underneath
Under your mic. There
Under
you
your
go.
mic, the other way.
Pass it through your mic.
By your
Right
yeah.
Okay, wait a minute.
There
we go.
Perfect.
All right, so I was in Bakersfield and met Iz, smoked a couple of his cigars, especially the African. Absolutely my favorite.
Right.
And I fell in love with his cigars. So we became friends. He came to Dallas, took him out, enjoyed it. We have a brewery in Dallas.
Oh.
So we did a little exchange thing.
Yes.
I got the better end of the deal.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah. And I just haven't, there's not a cigar that he makes that I just don't love.
I know. And that's the thing that's amazing.
I'm gonna give you something different, then I'm gonna give you everything.
Okay.
This is for K9. You guys
Never had it. Never had cane.
That's my dog, Basco.
One of my
That's your
favorites.
dog.
That's my dog.
Oh my God. Hey, guys,
Look
I
at
don't
that
know if you
label.
saw. You got to look at this label. Look at his dog here.
That's cute, man.
How awesome is that?
That's
wow. Isn't that awesome?
And that's my other dog, so that's for you for later.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Oh, beautiful.
those are great
Oh
labels.
my God. The Emperor.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Is that his nickname?
On the cigar, yes. And that's my police dog. He passed away.
Is you? But that's a nice homage. So canine. I get why it's called canine because obviously there's dogs.
Absolutely, yes.
That's great.
Oh
I
my
love
God.
it.
These are great labels. Oh, wow. This is a beautiful looking cigar. So
Sure
tell me
is.
about the wrapper here. Am I looking at a
San Andreas.
San Andreas? That
Yes.
was my guess.
I love the barber pole here.
Barber pole is beautiful too.
I already told you that I will bring you.
Oh, that's the Irish.
Yes.
And he's just talking about Irish tobacco that he uses. Listen, Ishmael's not afraid to take chances. This man will go out and get tobacco from places that you've never imagined. So he told us a little bit about a Transylvania that's coming up for October for Halloween. So
Absolutely.
make sure you look out for the Transylvanian, which will be a 25 box in a coffin.
But it's a
Humidor.
humidor, yeah.
It's a humidor coffin. I will be ordering that for
Yeah,
sure because
okay.
I know the coffin is something that hopefully I won't see anytime soon. But
Hopefully not.
Beautiful,
Hopefully
man.
not.
But
Wow.
let me,
Look at the shamrock.
yeah, he's got the little shamrock on here.
That's
right there,
great.
the shamrock for the Irish. It's a Solomon, beautiful.
Love it.
What's the blend on this?
In the Irishman?
On the
On the Irishman?
That one is a little tricky because
A little?
a little freaky.
I don't know how you do this.
it has African cigar tobacco, has Irish tobacco,
Irish tobacco.
Dominican tobacco, and Nicaraguan tobacco.
Wow.
Irish tobacco. Now, whoever knew that there was tobacco being grown in Ireland?
It's in everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's
But
everywhere.
you never
Really?
hear of it.
No.
I've never heard of it.
What happened is like, for instance, one of the major producers in tobacco would be Italy.
Right.
But because they don't have nice wrappers, people
Don't
know about it. But the inside in the Italian cigar, like my Intercontinental, is amazing. So the good thing, for instance, with the Irish is very rough weather. Okay, so the plants are not gonna be, for
Big.
the least big. They are small, but you must to be tough. Irish people are tough. Why? Because of the weather.
That's right.
So,
So
if
the
the
cigar's gonna
plant
be tough.
survive, it's gonna give you a kick on it. Yeah. Which is
Wow.
I like, which I like.
Yeah.
We
I
like kicks.
like that.
You know, I
Not
always
in the
have
ass, but. So, again, let's go back to what you were saying. Your meeting.
Oh,
And-
I met Iz. He come to Dallas. went out, did a little wine, had some dinner and everything. He brought his cigar roller with him. Anyway, I fell in love with the African. I really did.
Yeah.
And that's how come he hooked me up on my cigar and did a little special blend for me with the African.
That was nice. Nice.
So,
Wow, this is unbelievable. Oh my God, wait till you.
That's the thing, that every time that I make cigars for someone, they said, send me something so like this I can try. So they try one, very good. They try another one, very good.
Very good.
They try another one, very
good. I
so,
like.
So I say, which one you want? I say, I don't know. It's funny because Chris Patterson.
Yes. From BAMF.
Yeah. He went and he said very clear in one shop, I can line up right now 10 cigars, take a puff of each one, no one is the same. And
Right.
it's not. No
And
cigar
it's not.
is the same. And they don't believe it. So they did it. They try it. And they say, holy cow. I said, well, we told you.
What a beautiful draw, first of all. I get a cocoa for sure, without a doubt. I get that little coffee note with it as well. On the retro, very smooth.
It's very smooth.
Ooh,
And very creamy.
Very creamy.
Yeah.
You don't think it's going to be that looking at this cigar. You think that your retro is going to be peppery, but it's not.
No. Maybe
a little tiny white pepper, very
mild,
subtle.
yeah.
Very subtle. Full flavor.
It is.
Full flavor. This is another masterpiece. I'm just going to call him. He's like the Michelangelo
of cigars.
Of cigars. That's going to be my new nickname.
Yes. Wow.
He's the Michelangelo of cigars.
Well, I try to do something different. I don't like to do everything the same.
Yes.
For instance, I understand Nicaraguan tobacco, Nicaraguan factories, they're very proud Nicaragua, so they want to use Nicaragua. So go just pure, everything. Same thing in Dominican Republic, same thing in wherever you go. And I got from the Basque country inside Spain. I came to the United States. My factories are in the DR. Another one is in Zimbabwe. My wife is from Trinidad. One of my dogs is Chinese, and the other one is English. So
that's it. It's the melting pot.
Yeah, we're going to stay with one blend.
No. Yeah.
So I put everything together. If I like it, I produce it. If I don't like it, I say next.
Next, right.
Yeah.
He's a cigar savant.
He is.
He is.
He truly
He is.
is. You know, he
Were you making cigars in España?
No.
No. I knew how to roll, but not making cigars at all.
Okay.
Just when I came over here.
Interesting.
That was quite the leap of faith that you took.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm sure your wife was like, this man is crazy. I married a crazy man.
The funny thing, she told me about 5 years before I went with, 2 years before I went with this idea. It was her idea to do the doggies. I said, come on, no, don't do that, blah, blah. 2 years later, a friend of mine from Ohio, an attorney, he partnered with me. Now it's just me, but it was both of us.
Right.
He came with the idea, and I said, yes. My wife almost divorced me.
That's right. She said, I told you that first. I said it first.
Yeah. He told me, you beep. I said, what? I said, what? Now your friends say, and you say yes. I said, well, she almost killed me.
Delicious.
Wow.
Delicious. Doug is just looking at
Yeah,
it.
I'm just like,
You had them before, right?
Huh?
You had this one?
No.
Oh.
I'm smoking the barbed wire.
Okay, the barbed wire.
Okay.
Yes.
One of my favorites. Too.
One of my favorites.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I love the. I called it the rope. We
Yeah.
had the.
which is the rope. It's called the rope,
right?
It is called the rope. It was delicious.
It was delicious. That we said, do you sell those in bundles?
I do.
You do? Okay. I'm like, this is an everyday smoke, all day, every day. Like literally all day long, you could smoke that cigar.
Yes.
It leaves
You could.
no after.
It
your
leaves a
palate,
very clean palate.
And that's what we noticed about your cigars is they leave you with a beautifully clean palate.
and those cigars look like they're going to be.
Oh no, it looks like it's going to knock
They're
you
going
on
to
your
knock
ass.
you out.
Right.
You know.
Yep.
Wow.
Beautiful draw.
One thing I hate when I see people smoking or myself smoking, if it's mostly with Nicaraguan tobacco, it makes you too much saliva. Sometimes
Right.
you have to
Yes.
spitting.
Exactly.
I hate that. So I want to do always something, like it has a kick on it, but it doesn't make you full, full of saliva.
Right.
So that's one of the little tricks that we have. And in every cigar, the third, it will be, or the fourth quarter, whatever you want to call it, thirds or quarters, it will be the best flavor in the cigar.
Right.
Because how we do it. Normally, people, pick up the leaves, crack it, put it in the middle.
Right.
We put it on top.
Gotcha. So it's over at the final third.
Yeah.
Now, what did you put in his cigar?
That's a secret.
That's what I
has a little things over there. Has IT13, has a Viso Nicaragua, has a Ligero Africa, has a Seco Piloto,
Okay.
has what is Olo Dominicano binder, and it has a San Andres wrapper. Wow.
So you've got six.
Yeah.
Very international there.
I told you I cannot stay to one thing.
Like I said, I fell in love with his African, and I said, I want a special blend with your African. And he goes, he knows my flavor profile. So he says, I know exactly what you want.
Gotcha. I mean, and I think that's the great thing is, I think what Ismael does is he realizes he doesn't only blend the cigar with his palate in mind. I think he blends it for everyone.
Yes.
So, and that, I think.
Well, you have to have that wide appeal. You have to do that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you only got one segment of the consumer.
When I do a new production, every night before I go to bed, I roll a couple of cigars. If I like it, I make 5, 6, 10, whatever I send to friends. And if at least 4 of them they like it, I will produce it.
Wow.
If only 2 of them like it, I say, well so it's not for everyone.
Right.
So let me trick it.
Yeah.
That's how I do it. It's not like all of a sudden I get up and I say, I'm going to put Criollo 98, Viso Nicaraguense, and Seco Piloto Cubano. No.
Right.
I just do a little math over there.
Yes.
I love to play with the blends.
Yes. Because yesterday we were smoking the Don Olivan. What were we smoking about? It was the green. I couldn't find it
The
on
green
the website.
label. The green label.
I couldn't find it.
The 60 by 6.
Yeah.
That's the other African tobacco.
Oh,
but
it is.
that one, it has Mozambique, Cameroon, Angola, and Zimbabwe.
Because that was another one. We were like,
whoa,
we were in
that was
shock.
delicious.
I was like, oh my God,
that
this
was
is another
delicious.
fantastic cigar. And I'm like, Jesus. Fish.
I think whatever you put that African in is going to be spectacular.
Okay.
That's the bottom line.
But he's a marketing genius, though. He did a cigar called the Inside Out.
Yeah.
And the label's pure white, and you got to take the label off to look
see the
inside.
label. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That was pretty cool.
Something different.
Well, that's what you're known for.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Something different. And the thing about the African tobacco that you're saying that is something good on it, I've been saying since 1994 that it will be the next Cuban cigar. And I guarantee you will surpass Cuban cigars not too many years from now.
Right. I think you're absolutely right.
I
think you're absolutely right. And I think it's interesting. I think what you're going to do is you're going to set a new standard, literally, with that African tobacco, because no one's doing it.
No one's got it.
No one's got it.
Except
Nobody's
you.
got it. And I
They
can
have
see,
rapper, but that's it.
I could see collaborations in the future, in your future, with some big guns.
Excuse me, can we buy some of that tobacco? I see that for sure.
Oh yeah, I know the Great Lakes Smoke Show. Our dream is to have our own cigar that's special. And if we were to go to someone and say, "Hey,
I want African,"
let's
see, who can we go to?
I wonder where we go.
That's what I did.
What he did.
I said, he only made 1,000 cigars for me, so I'm a very minute, but I don't sell them. I just give them away.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It's my ego thing, okay? But I've been so impressed with what he's done. I've given away probably 50 or 60 of my little coffins with
Those
my
coffins
coin.
are cool.
Yeah, and of course, nobody's going to tell you, "Hey, I don't like that cigar," but I've gotten a lot of positive reviews, and I'm sure Iz has heard from it because I tell everybody who made my cigar.
Right. Right.
Oh yeah.
And you should be proud of that because it is. It's a phenomenal stick. Hey, like I said, I see
It stands alone.
Yeah.
It stands alone. That cigar.
And that's
is-
very unique because in this industry, it's hard to do that.
Yeah. I mean,
It's hard
just think
to
of
do
how
that.
many people are producing how many different sticks. The variety is endless, but no one has that particular flavor.
100%.
Right.
There's a lot of new boutique cigars out there, And like I said, it amazes me every time he comes out with a new smoke. So
absolutely.
Absolutely. There's no doubt. I mean, we're blessed because now last year we met Ish right here.
Yeah,
in that
in
corner,
that corner over
in that
there.
corner over there, way over there. And we had a great time. And we just connected. We clicked. And we were just so happy to see his success moving forward and your continued success. And we wish nothing but the best for you, your family, your company. And again, you're producing 900,000 to 1 million cigars a year.
That's quite an undertaking. My God.
That is a lot to be proud of.
Remember, I used to do 950 cigars a month just for one particular blend.
Wow.
Really? A month?
A month. Wow. Just for one person.
Wow.
It was a cheaper tobacco.
Right, I get it.
But still.
950,000, guys. Not
Yeah,
too bad.
not too bad.
A
No,
month.
not
Not too bad at all.
No.
How many are you ordering next? You went through 1,000 already.
Yes.
What's the next order?
I bought. Basically, he made me 100 boxes of 10.
Right.
I broke down some of them and put them in the coffins. Two cigars with my coin, and then gave those. And then, like you, I sent you guys, I think, a box.
Yeah,
of 10.
No, not us.
We
I
didn't get
didn't.
No, we never
Okay.
got. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking
I got a
forward to
couple of
smoking.
cigars. Ronnie, you sent them to Ronnie. Ronnie is very stingy.
Oh, that's
he walked
what
away.
happened.
Ronnie, if you're listening, you probably are. Ronnie's very stingy.
Yeah, Ronnie, what's up?
He basically, it's
We
called.
didn't get the coin. We didn't get the cigars. What's up?
Oh,
What do you mean you didn't get the coin?
You just gave it to me now.
And
Lou,
remember,
Lou
you
is
just gave
on.
to me
Lou
now.
Pastelli's on.
Okay.
He's saying
How you
hello.
doing, brother?
Hey, Frank, it's the coin.
Oh, there we go. Look,
That's
at that.
beautiful.
Whoa, it's heavy.
Before I leave, I will give you a box of my cigars.
Oh my God!
Oh,
Oh my God! We're
Of Ismael cigars.
vicious cigar. Thank you, Doug. I mean, we
Wow,
appreciate
beautiful. Yeah. And what casino said this is $1,000 chip?
that. That's right.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful coin.
Oh, it is.
Wow.
It's got some weight to it. What's in that? It's heavy.
I just had them made. But my mantra is never let the bastard see you sweat. That's what it says on the clock.
There you go. Good thing you never seen me because I sweat like a son of a gun. Oof. I have the sweat gland.
All right,
You're
Ronnie.
like me.
Yeah, me
Ronnie,
You didn't give him any cigars?
That means we get the
Wow.
cup. I sent you
Bad boy,
both
man.
2 each. You dogs. He goes, I said,
He did not. He did not.
Ronnie,
I didn't get him. I
Ronnie,
know that.
I kept them, Ron. Bob didn't know. I put the coin in my pocket. That's my lucky coin. So
That's all right.
Wow, I got the short end of the stick
Ronnie,
here.
I'll take care of him. I'll take care of him.
No cigars for you.
No soup for you.
no soup
Yeah,
for you.
come back next year.
No soup for you.
This is another winner, man.
Oh yeah.
This is another winner.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I like it a lot. And this is very special because it's the
Good
first dog that my wife and I will have together.
Oh okay.
He's 12 years old now, so
Oh,
and
good.
he's still kicking. So
He's still kicking. That's
he's
all
good.
that matters.
He's
As
good.
long as he's still kicking,
Yeah.
it's good. It's good.
That's good.
I know this is a cigar show, but his family also has wineries in Spain.
You do?
Yeah.
We didn't talk about that.
I have 2
Yes.
wineries in Spain.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you never mentioned
Nice. So
that.
now
Very
you have, to
diverse.
tell us, you have to tell us the blend so I could go and buy it.
Oh,
Is it available here?
Is it available?
It is. Well, we don't sell them. What we do, they taking care of the whole vineyard and for free, so they can do
Really?
whatever they want with it. But it's one is called Marqués de Cáceres. They
Okay.
use the grapes to do the wine,
Okay.
and you have it over here.
Oh, we do.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
good.
have it over here. It's
The Rioja.
It's Rioja.
Rioja. I love
Yeah.
Rioja. So,
So yeah, but that was just one day. I went online. I said, "That's my town," and I saw that it was for sale, so I bought it.
Why not?
Why not?
Wow.
Ronnie, you throw me under the bus big time.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I
That's
mean,
the way it is.
I'm
Hey,
thinking you guys got my
well,
cigars. And
We do. I have 2 cigars, and Bob has 2, but I didn't tell
No,
Bob because I wait for the show. Because otherwise, he's going to want to smoke them.
Of course, I want to smoke them.
I have to taper him because I have to temper him because he will smoke everything before we get people on, and then what are we going to talk about?
Well, it was there.
It was there. We have them. We have a couple
Boy, oh
cigars.
boy, I didn't even know about it, man. See, I get the short end of the cigar
Well,
all the
it's a box
time.
of 10. He probably sent them a box of 10. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8. So Ronnie got 4, Kyle got 2, you got 2, and I got 2. Is that the proper breakdown, Ron? You got 4. Yeah,
I'm the boss. I'm the boss.
It's called he doubled our take.
Wow.
2 for you, 2 for you, 2 for me, 2 for you.
Yeah.
That's Ronnie. That's Ronnie in a nutshell. That's right. That's right. We have a lot of listeners, and like I said, we got your friend Pistelli, Lou Pistelli, another Italian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, how do you know Lou?
Internet. Everything was internet.
Everybody on the internet. You never know who you're going to meet
Oh,
on the internet.
whoa, there's somebody I know.
There he is. Hey, how are you, Mickey? Mickey Peg is here.
How you
in the
doing,
house.
buddy? What's going on?
All Saints. I don't think he's a saint, by the way. I think the brand.
By the way, Ronnie just unfriended me on Facebook.
Oh, he did. That's what happens.
No loss. No loss. Don't
Mickey,
worry
you going to
about
be
it.
at the show tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm just going
Walking around? Yeah. All right, good. We're walking around too.
I'm coming as a fanboy. And,
Me too. Good.
There you go.
Good. Thank you, Mick. Yeah. But that's why you got to love the cigar family.
Oh,
It's one big family. It really is. It doesn't matter your competitors or whatever. It's truly, that's the beauty about this industry, is that
Everybody helps each other.
everybody helps each other,
Yeah.
and in the end, what winds up happening is you have a better product because of that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There's no animosity where people are talking bad about each other. I don't see that in this industry.
No.
Other industries,
It
man.
might exist,
Yeah.
but you don't hear about
About
it.
it.
Thank God.
can happen,
I like to
behind
not
the
hear it.
screens,
I don't want to
whatever.
hear it.
But like the SmokeInn community anyway is all about giving.
Exactly.
I've never seen a negative post
It's true.
on
Never.
SmokeInn. Never.
No.
Never. And that's the beauty.
And it
really
brings
is.
people together. I mean, it doesn't matter what you do for a living, where you come from. You sit in a lounge like this, everybody's talking. You become friends
Absolutely.
instantly, you know?
Absolutely.
So now, Doug, you're originally from the Texas area?
I was raised in California.
Okay.
Born in Illinois, but raised in
Born
California.
in Illinois. Oh.
Yeah. But
Where?
I've been in Dallas, Fort Worth for the last 20 plus years. but-
Okay. I have friends in Allen.
Oh, okay. North.
Yep.
I'm in Burleson. Nobody knows
Okay.
Burleson, Texas.
Burleson is a small
Yeah.
county. There.
Bedroom community
Oh, gotcha.
outside of south of Fort Worth. So.
Gotcha. Good horse and guns.
Oh, yeah,
Always guns. Yes.
Always
Always
guns.
guns.
Guns first.
Gotta
Guns
have
first. Questions later.
Yes.
Absolutely. If they can hear.
Exactly.
Oh, my.
A winner indeed.
You like it?
Oh,
That's good.
yeah.
I don't think I've smoked anything that you made that
You know
I
what's-
haven't liked.
Like
Honestly.
I say, what's really beautiful
I mean-
about this is
That looks so dark, so oily,
Oh
and
my
so
God.
beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Very smooth.
and you can be intimidated by it. The ring gauge is a beautiful ring gauge.
I
What is
like
this,
it a lot. Yeah.
Oh, the new from K9 is my other dog. This is 70 by 5.
There you go.
Whoa, look at that one.
It's as smooth as that one. Here,
Really?
I don't have those, so you smoke this one.
Wow. Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
All right, so I got to do this one.
There
All
you
right,
go.
here we go.
It's very
This
smooth.
is really nice. Oh,
Holy smokes!
holy smokes.
Same wrapper.
Look
Wow.
at that. Look at that.
Look at
Let
that
me-
cigar.
Let me hold that up, how beautiful this cigar is.
That's called the Cleopatra, which
The
is my dog Meerschaum.
Cleopatra. Look at this. Beautiful.
All right.
Cleopatra. Make sure you get
Normally I don't do that, but
I
I'm wearing it.
I do
have-
too because I'm always wearing. And you know how many shirts I
This
burn?
is why.
I love that shirt. That's a beautiful shirt, by the way.
The back looks better.
Back is even better.
Oh.
Oh, look at the embroidery.
Wow.
Step down a little bit so you got to crouch.
There you go.
There you go. Beautiful. What a beautiful shirt. Wow.
Nice shirt.
That's the factory
Wow.
logo.
I know
The
that's a
factory
factory logo. It's beautiful. I
Beautiful.
love that logo, by the way.
Thank you. That's the family crest.
So it is the family crest.
Hey, Evan, what you doing, brother?
Oh, the man, the meat man.
Evan
The
Darnell.
meat man, Evan Darnell. He's wearing. We can't see. He's wearing a leg.
That's a
Not
great
leg.
shirt.
He's
I like
wearing
the
a
shirt,
grass.
man.
He's wearing a grass skirt. You can't beat this. You don't know what you're going to see. The meat lover man, Evan Darnell, is out here. He's out there setting up, getting ready to cook some meat. I'm sure.
Wow, yeah.
Absolutely.
New York strip right across the T-shirt.
Ribeye fillet.
Now, this is a lot bolder than the barbed wire, but it is still smooth.
Smooth.
It's just
Exactly.
Oh yeah, yeah.
absolutely smooth.
That is
Exactly.
signature. All the cigars has to be smooth. They have to.
And full of flavor, smooth and full of flavor. You could have smooth, but a lot of the smooth sticks wind up giving you nothing. I want something.
I want that flavor.
I'm greedy. I'm greedy.
This cigar is, you can say, it's a full body cigar in flavors.
Right.
No problem whatsoever.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
It's very smooth.
Exactly.
The retrohale does not.
No, it doesn't
kick your nose.
No,
per se.
not
So
at all.
it's-
Not at
That's
all.
what we like to do.
I'm a huge Maduro fan of any kind.
Me too.
Me too.
There's a lot of Maduros that just are so bitter.
Oh no, they're
that-
bitter.
Yeah.
You can't even enjoy them.
You get that
Harsh.
charry taste to it, and
But that's why that San Andreas wrapper, I think, was the highlight
Yes.
to most of the cigars.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, me
San
too.
Andreas is good.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Arapiraca, I like it as well. It's a Maduro Arapiraca from Brazil. It's good too.
this is good though.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Again, Ish, where can we get your cigars?
In BAMFcigars.com
BAMFcigars.com.
or ROCF
ROCFcigars.com. There you go. Order, make sure you said Frank and Bob sent you. Because when he knows that, he's like, boy, these guys are all right. They actually send me some traffic every once in a while.
And I put a little more.
Oh, yeah, and he puts a
Oh,
little,
you see,
he
told you right
adds
up
a little
front.
bit. He puts Bruce, if you're out there, again,
Of course,
put
Bruce
the
is
order
out
in.
there.
I know, Bruce, you're always out there. Go to Ish's sites, BAMF.com or ROCF.com, and go order. Order now, because you never know. He could run out. We don't ever want to see him run out of cigars.
Never.
He only produces
You have
900.
run out, huh?
He only produces 1 million cigars. So he might, that 1,000,001 could be yours.
And you miss it.
And you miss it. You don't want to miss. You don't want to miss it. You don't. You don't. You know, but the story, your story is I think very unique because you have a military background.
Yes.
And I guess that's how BAMF was born, right?
Absolutely.
It came out from that military love that you have and passion that you have. And we thank you for being a civil servant that way.
Thank you.
Because in today's day and age, we need more people like you who are willing to defend our rights. Not only as cigar smokers, but
Every
our
right.
freedoms,
Yes.
every right.
Freedom.
You know, and a lot of those things are starting to decay. So, you know, thank you for allowing us the privilege of smoking your cigars.
No, my pleasure. Thank
You
you.
know, it really is. It's something that, listen, folks, go out there, make sure you go out and pick up his cigars because, again, he's got a fantastic lineup.
Get that variety pack. Get the variety pack.
That's
This way you
what
can
I
try
did
them
right
all.
away.
You can't go
that's
wrong.
automatic.
All
Just get the-
winners.
yeah.
All winners.
You're going to say, boy, the guys at the Great Lakes Smoke Show know what they're talking about. Of course. We're not
Sometimes.
We're not going to steer you in a crazy direction. We're going to send you to the best manufacturers of boutique brands out there. And Ish is right there with them. He's been doing this for a long time, although he's still relatively unknown with his own brands. But he produces for 70 different folks. So remember, he's not new to this.
No. Not at all.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. And get the pure African and get it by the bundle.
No, don't buy. Don't buy the African because I don't want him to run out because I want that.
All the Africans are on hold now. We put a soft hold on all of the African. He just pulled out the African. Oh my God! Oh, a tease. He loves to tease us. That's why we love Ish because he knows how to tease us. He knows we're cigar fiends.
Yeah.
And I know that you guys don't like it, so.
Not at all. So leave it there. Put it back.
Yeah. Oh, there's Bruce. Hey, Bruce. Bruce, go out and purchase this cigar, any cigar from Ish, but get the sampler pack. He'll throw in something extra for you.
Absolutely.
Just because you're a friend of the show. And I'm sure you're going to be like, oh, my God, Frank and Bob, thank you for that recommendation. Like you do with all the things we usually set you up with.
In fact, what I'm going to do is, as soon as we finish, I'm going to do a code for you guys.
A who?
A code, coupon code.
A coupon code.
So whoever buy with your code, you can have
Nice.
a 15% discount. What about
Nice.
There you go.
We're going to get a coupon code. Nice. 15% discount? How
There
can
you
you
go.
beat that?
I don't even get that.
No. Doug pays full retail.
Yeah.
And he's good friends. I mean, come on. I mean, how great is that? Come on.
Gotta love it.
You gotta love it. Like I said,
So
we are
going to call it what? GLSS 15?
Whatever you want to
the
call
Great
it.
Lakes Smoke
Yeah.
GLSS
15.
15.
Yeah.
That's the code. GLSS 15.
That's it.
There's your promo code. Bingo. There it is.
And it takes me 5 minutes to do it. So.
It takes him 5 minutes. I love the way he can do it. You know why? He's always on the computer watching porn. So in the middle, so in the middle of while he's watching porn, he'll add that 15% discount.
Man, I need a brace on it once in a while. You know? So make it go, I need to lead. I mean,
he needs to clean. That's called you got to clean your palate.
Yeah.
My eyes mostly.
Your eyes. Exactly.
See, I did get the memo about the gray.
No, you have a good look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. I mean,
only you have a lot more hair. I don't like that.
No, you do like that. You wish you had that.
I wish I had this hair. Why did God tell me?
How about it?
Ish got so much hair. It's scary. I mean,
that's a weave, by the way.
And this is more or less your color, guys, but it's, just for men 5 minutes.
Beautiful. Just for men, 5 minutes. 5 minutes just for men. You two could look like Ish.
You notice everything is 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Everything.
5 minutes to roll a cigar,
And this man speaks, what, 7 languages?
Eight
languages.
Well, he's learning Zimbabwe. That's his next. That'll be 9. That'll be 9.
He does speak Klingon, too, by the way.
Klingon, there you go.
He'll have it, pretty soon he'll be like, the Pope who speaks, 10 languages? So he'll be like the Pope. He is the Pope and Michelangelo cigar.
At once, you see?
That's it. See? Oh, thank you, Doug. Look at how. Oh my God! Look at this, folks. I mean, we are blessed here at the Great Lakes Smoke. There we go. Look at that.
Look at that. It's a beautiful box.
And it says KO for knockout.
Yes,
absolutely.
Wow.
It's a knockout.
That
Let's
certainly
open this
is.
puppy up. Oh, and it's numbered. I got number 38 out of 100. Bob got number 32. 38. I should give you 38 because you're older than I am.
No. That's all right. That's all right.
Flip the numbers.
I think younger, though.
Look at this.
Beautiful box,
presentation.
man.
Beautiful. Wow. Thank you so very much, Doug.
Oh,
my
wow.
God. Wow. Now I could smoke them like a fiend.
Ah.
Now you could be like
Ronnie.
me. Now you could be like me.
Okay, Lou.
Hey, Ronnie. Ronnie's like, you better send some back this
Forget
way.
about it.
Forget about it. This is called when we're at the show, whatever happens on the show stays here.
And remember, Ronnie, you still have to send 2 to each.
That's right. Yeah, we'll share with you, Ron. We'll send you 1 cigar each. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's 2.
1 and 1.
1 and 1 is 2. You get 2 cigars. You gave us 2, you get 2.
There you go.
Ronnie's like, Ismael, help. He's on
Ronnie.
our side now. He's on our side.
No hablo inglés.
That's all right.
See, I just called Ronnie Lou. Why did I do that?
That's all right. Pay the man, Lou.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now Lou's going to block you.
One too many IPAs.
Well, he blocked you, so you know.
Exactly.
Wow. Well, you snooze, you lose. You're not here.
Bruce is like, he gave you 2 each. Yeah, Bruce, but he kept 4. You know the math? We got 2 each. We're not one person that got 4. We're 2 people, 2 each. Now we've got 10,
Plus
and
2.
he's got 10. Ronnie will get 2. That means from
That's reverse math.
That's reverse math.
The new math.
The new math.
It's close enough.
Close enough.
Like in the schools today's day, close enough is good. Okay.
This is terrific, though.
Ian Simpson says, my wife isn't going to be happy when she sees these cigar orders being placed.
That's between you and her now.
Listen, Ian, please, I know a trick here.
Don't use the credit card.
Don't use the credit card. Use your own separate PayPal.
There you go.
Or Venmo.
There you go.
I'll never know.
There you
Use
go.
Venmo will never know.
Or Cash App or something like that.
Cash is even better. Send them cash.
There you go.
Bruce is like, well, if you're going to send something to Ronnie, send some to me. Order them, Bruce. Order them, and I promise. I promise.
You will not
Ish
be
is going to take
disappointed.
care of you.
He will.
Absolutely.
Exactly. That is no problem.
How many of your shamrocks do you have left? Are they sold out?
I believe I only have like 20.
Wow.
He did some St. Patty Day shamrocks.
I know. I'm saving
23.
I'm saving.
going to save that for St. Patty's Day.
I'm going to smoke that on St. Patty's Day for you.
I might be able to make an extra 100, maybe.
An extra 100?
Yeah, because it's I'm gonna release on the 8th, so these people have time until
Right.
the 17th. So I can do an extra 100 for the moment.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to put you in the Shark Tank there.
Yeah, no,
That's all right. Don't
no,
worry.
no.
He's always around the sharks anyway. He has the canal in his backyard, he told
Yes.
me. That's
I got to
Somebody was
pair that
having
with a nice Guinness.
Yeah.
Nice Guinness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go. Absolutely.
You know, there's a
Also,
difference
codeine as
between a gimmick
And a Guinness.
and a gimmick with it that's a great cigar.
Right.
There's a huge difference.
You can be gimmicky, but the cigar could be shitty.
Yeah.
I haven't experienced that yet with this.
No, I haven't either.
No.
Hope never.
I hope never. Yes. To date. I'm going to preface that to date. We have not gotten gimmicky cigars from Ish. He has beautiful cigars. The presentation in his BAMF lineup, you're going to love because he'll send them to you in like a 50 cal box. What is it? Comes in, some of them come in like an ammo box. An ammo box. Come on, you can't beat that. So, yes, Ish is a marketing genius on top of being Michelangelo and the Pope. So he knows how to get the word out there about his cigars. So that is absolute.
Talking about the Pope, I just went to Spain on December 19th, I believe, and I came back on the 6th of January. I was gifted one bottle of the ones that only the Pope can give you.
Really?
How did you do that?
How did you get that?
Because I know the guy that made the wine.
Oh, you always got to know a guy.
You got to know somebody.
You have to know somebody.
It's not who you.
Wow.
It's
He
not
knows a
what-
guy that knows a guy.
There you go.
And he says very clearly, do not for sale. You cannot sell.
You
the
can't.
wine.
No.
Right.
It has to be gifted by the Pope to you. Otherwise, you don't get the wine.
Wow.
So you are really holy.
He's part of royalty.
Wow.
When I told that to my wife, I said, okay, the May
We saved
26th
this.
is going to be our 10th anniversary wedding.
Oh.
May 23rd is my 50th anniversary,
Ah.
my birthday. I said, we do it either the 26th better
Right.
because she told me, hell no, I'm going to put it in eBay. I said, I know how.
No.
That's not happening. I will
See
have
what
another
happens?
one.
That should be interesting, though.
Yeah.
Wonder what he drinks.
It's Rioja as well.
It's a real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
And I got to give a shout out to my wife for allowing me to
Do all of this?
indulge.
Oh,
Well,
Absolutely.
that's what happens. You know, our wives don't take enough credit. Really.
Yeah.
Because they put up with a lot.
no, they would take the credit. We just don't give it.
But, you know, my wife puts up with a lot. I mean, she has to have me as a husband. That's a lot. I give her credit.
Same
Bob's
with my wife.
God bless her. She's a saint. She's a saint. Bob doesn't start his day until 9:30. That's when he wakes up. Today, I woke his ass. I knocked on the door. He slept at my house because he's like, I got to get up at 6:30. He panicked. He panicked.
I don't do that.
He panicked. Bob panicked. He didn't want to get up.
I'm up all night. I mean, come on.
Folks, listen,
break,
you know, when it's time to do a show, you got to be ready. And if it means leaving the house a little early, that's what it is.
Well, I'm here.
He made it. I knocked down this door. He's like,
Time to get off. Boom, 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 boom.
I go 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, 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 and I hear 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
And my wife tells me, she goes, you know how many pair of shoes I could buy with the cigars you have?
A lot of shoes. My wife had a lot of shoes. My wife, I used to call my nickname for her was Imelda Marcos.
Oh.
She had at least 250 pairs.
That's a woman's thing, man.
At least. I have three. I have 3 pairs of shoes. One fancy black for
the dress pair.
The dress pair. Then I
have
have sneakers, and then I have flip flops. That's it.
See, my wife psychs me out. She says, when I buy, I only paid $30 a piece. I said, shoes come in a pair. Well, yeah, but I only paid $30 a shoe.
A shoe. Exactly. It was on sale.
That works.
It was on sale. Oh, so tell Ish to watch for my name.
Who's that?
2, please. That's Ian Simpson. You got to watch for Ian Simpson. He's the other one. If you think it's easy to remember, The Simpsons, the cartoon.
The cartoon. There you go.
Anyways, they have a little spot over there that says notes.
Exactly, notes. Put the notes. Say, hey, I was watching the Great Lake Smoke Show. Great GLSS 15 is the code. And Ish is going to be like, okay. I promise these
Never
guys.
heard of that.
So when are you guys going to do your own cigar?
When are we going to do our own cigar? Ronnie?
I don't know. We got to talk Ish about it. We got to talk Ish
We're going
about
to have
it.
a private conversation with Ish. And we might include you in that
Maybe. We'll send you 2, though, when we get them made.
We'll send you 2 of the Great Lake Smoke Show stick. Exactly. We'll send Ronnie 2, just like he sends us 2. And me and Bob will take all the rest. I'm thinking we got to go at least, what do you think, Bob? 500 boxes?
I don't know.
Up to you guys.
Wow.
I'll make it happen.
He'll make it happen. Bobby's like, let's go order 100 boxes. We'll keep them all. I go, we could do that.
If they're African, probably.
Bro, we're stingy.
We're keeping them all.
Ronnie's like, soon. Yes, soon. Yes, we are getting there. We're almost at that point where our fan base can say, you know what? I got to have a stick from these crazy bald bastards that are on. Because if I got to listen to them, I might as well smoke what they're fucking telling me to smoke. Excuse me, Kyle. I cursed. Telling me to smoke.
It would be the bald guy made the cigar, the ponytail.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
This is not a 10-minute smoke.
No, not by any means.
That was a 10-minute smoke for somebody. It's those machines that all they do is
the bellows.
Yeah.
That's what you need. See, I talk too much, and then
What's the flavor?
Huh?
How do you like the
I like
flavor?
that. It's really smooth.
Yes.
Yeah.
It
very
doesn't look like
smooth.
it's gonna.
No.
It's like yours. It doesn't look like it's gonna be smooth, but it's really smooth.
I expected this to be a really heavy smoke.
Here's
and
the thing:
it's
how
not at
many,
all.
cigars have you smoked that have left like this acidic taste in your mouth?
Bad taste.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely
Zero.
no.
Folks, no. This is the palate cleanser. That's what it is. Oh, Ian, you're gonna go drop your kids off someplace? Then come back. No, we're actually going to be on for a little while longer. But thank you, Ian, for hooking up with us. And remember the cartoon of Ronnie. He's a cartoonist. He wants to do a cartoon for us.
Nice.
Of us. I said you got to do it for Ronnie and make it very funny.
Absolutely.
Because
Make it very funny, like he's stealing cigars, putting them in a bag.
like he's hiding them.
Or like he's sending 2 on the mail.
Have him holding 2 cigars. 2, while he holds 4. 2 go in the postal, and then 4 goes in the pocket.
Ronnie's not going to live this down.
No, he's
he
not.
never lives it
No.
down. He never does. We bust his balls all the time, but we love him because he's my cousin. He's his brother. We can do this.
Yes, absolutely.
We can do this without remorse. I've been doing this for a while to him. When they brought me on the show, I was like, I got to be the antagonist. You need the protagonist. Ronnie's the protagonist. He's the ultimate dreamer, and I'm the ultimate dreamer plus. I had the little zingers. I had the zingers.
You're the color man.
I'm the color man.
Yeah,
Yes. I'm very colorful.
we see.
But we are going to. I put that cigar down because, after our conversation last night, I'm waiting to smoke You know which one. He's holding up.
I know, but I don't want to put this down either. This is.
Well, I'm gonna smoke it again.
I got 5 cigars that I put down there that I still got to finish.
Let me see.
I hated to put down the barbed wire, but I had to try this.
Yeah, that was wonderful cigar too.
Oh, it's in the car. That's okay. We'll wait. We won't smoke it now. See, we'll do a special Instagram live smoking his next gen. I'll call it the next generation, which isn't available out there yet.
No. This is only for people.
Only for special people.
Special people. People that are
not
here.
Ronnie.
It's not Ronnie. No. That's what happens. It's not Ronnie. And we will be smoking that on our own time. But we want to thank everybody.
But we will give reviews on that.
What time is it? Because they're going to kick us out of here soon. Oh, it's 4:12.
No, we got time.
We got a couple of minutes. But we want to first thank Doug so much.
I appreciate you guys.
Thank you, man.
My God.
Thank you.
Enjoyed this a lot.
Pleasure meeting you.
I'm glad. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Same.
And thank you for the cigars. We
Thank
look
you so
forward to
much
having
for
you
that.
on the show. And, life
And you're in good company.
Yeah, you're in good company.
You're in good company.
Yeah.
You picked the winner.
I'm happy.
You picked the right horse.
You got the
You know what they
trifecta
say?
here.
When you pick the right horse.
Oh, yeah.
With the right weapons.
With the right weapons. Exactly. And I am going to enjoy the rest of this cigar because I think my lighter went out. Oh, no, I got it.
There you go.
I got it.
Yeah, we got a lot of other things we got to talk about, but we don't want Ronnie on the air, so we're going to turn that off.
We're going to wait for Ronnie to get off. And then we're going to have a private conversation with Ish. Sorry, Ronnie, but yeah, that's going to be private. That's what they call that. When
I'm sorry, Ronnie.
That's what happens. That's what happens.
So Ronnie's only entitled to 2 cigars from now on. Is that right?
That's it.
He gets 2. We get 4. It's a 4-to-2 ratio, 2-to-1 ratio.
So for now, he's going to be Ronnie 2 cigars.
Ronnie's running a dead heat.
Bruce, I love Bruce's comment. Bruce is great. This is his comment. He goes, "Great afternoon show. Beats the hell out of going to work. Hope I don't get fired."
I hope not, because you got to mail him money.
Yes. Don't get fired, Bruce. You need your money to stock up on his cigars.
Yeah.
So please don't get fired. And, go back. You know what? If you're watching on your phone, nobody will know. They won't know. I mean,
Yeah.
You're reading emails. It's okay.
Kyle Jesso sent to my house instead of Ronnie. So Kyle is our 4th member of our crew. So hey Kyle, you get 2. Ronnie gets 1. So that's the way it works. Ronnie, don't worry. We still love you. You just won't get as many cigars.
We'll just send you love.
We send you love. Bruce is self-employed. He's gonna fire himself.
Oh. And then rehire himself.
And Ronnie, I'll send you another friend request, okay?
There you go.
Yeah. No, don't send it to Ronnie.
Send it to Kyle. Kyle
Ronnie,
might forward it to Ronnie.
Yeah, no. I think Doug just unfriended you. He did, because he heard about how greedy you were. And he says, "I can't deal with the greed. I got to give it to the guys that are willing to give it out." We were so willing. We're putting it out there.
What is fair is fair.
What is fair is fair.
Yeah, I come in here and find out you guys didn't get anything. I'm thinking I sent you guys,
Man. That's what I said. What do you mean you sent it to us?
I got 2.
Well, so okay. I didn't know you were holding them.
I was holding them from Bob because I don't want him smoking them right away.
Okay.
Of course I would.
I know.
Of course I would.
He doesn't know how to stop.
Well, why should I? Why?
I think about 8 o'clock tonight I might be finished with this
You
cigar.
might be.
You might.
Yes. That's a nice slow burn.
Nice slow
Oh, it
burn.
is.
They all are, though.
Beautiful.
Wow.
We have been blessed today, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. Ronnie, you've been on this thing all day. Do you not
Don't you have
work?
anything to do?
I thought you were
I thought
working
you had a
today
business to run.
Nah.
You can. Friday I can't talk to anybody. See?
Well, he's not talking. He's just typing.
Yeah. He's thumbing through.
Well, I got to give Ronnie one positive shout out. He's the one that invited me to come over here.
He did.
There you go.
Ronnie, see that? You got a shout out from Doug.
You got one.
All right, you get one. See, we were able to get you at least one compliment.
So you got one.
You got
You got one.
That's
There
it.
you go.
I give you another one, Brony. I give
Now
you
you got two.
Now you got two. That's all you get.
Ronnie's like, I've been working all day. All I see is your
Working
comments.
what?
You've been working the phone.
He's been working the phone. Exactly.
His fingers. He's working the fingers.
His fingers are busy. Ish, let me tell you, we are so lucky to have you here with us to enjoy this moment. We're so glad that you live close.
Yes.
That we can make this happen. And thank you again.
I know. Thank you for
Oh
coming.
my God.
Thank you.
Thank
It was
you.
a pleasure meeting
Appreciate
you,
it,
buddy.
man.
I hope we see you
Absolute
again.
pleasure. Pleasure.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
My
Thank you
pleasure,
so
guys.
much.
My pleasure.
So I think we need to actually sign off for today. So
Yeah,
from
yeah.
all, as Ronnie would say, from all of us to all of you, keep it lit. No, Ronnie, it's not keep it lit. It's light them up. Keeping it lit sounds like the cigar's having a tough time to be lit. No, it's light them up, and we'll see you on Tuesday, folks.
How about Seacrest out?
Seacrest out.
There you go.
And that's the way we'll end the show, folks. Have a good night and
Have a good one,
have a
guys.
great
Thank
weekend.
you.
Thank
Bye-bye
you very
now.
much.
Many of the cigar brands that we make, they're antique, historic cigar brands. They've been made on and off for about 100 years. When you're smoking Toscano, you're smoking 206 years of history.
The Italians are here.
We're here. We're in the house. For some reason, we find a lot of Italians on this show.
Listen, I'm a Jersey guy.
Hey, hey, we won't hold that against you. We invented this to make. We want to give people the opportunity to smoke the cigar at the optimal level. The Chooch cigar.
Can you believe it?
The Blanco 9 Chooch. ¿Cómo va? ¿Está bien, oye?
¿Cómo está?
Finally, I can answer the question. Anything new?
Yeah.
And we have some cool new stuff from Oliva.
This is a passion for me. It's not a job.
Your love and passion for this is,
Yeah, I love it.
unbelievable.
That's why we can make pipes out of this variety of corn.
11 years ago, I went back. I bought the rights to everything La Polina.
Sure, it's family.
And
Good
restarted the brand again as a tribute to my grandfather.
It's nice because you get to see a lot of your friends. You got to remember, I've been doing this for 30 years, so a lot of these people are like family.
Build a platform where we could celebrate boutique cigars.
Live Starlight House blend for one store in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Join forces of pipe tobacco and superheroes.
I always look forward to the Super Bowl events, and I always look at the trade show as just one of those things.
We're not just selling cigars. We try to live our lives, and we use this as a means to share our stories and to really create community.
Hold on, man. Wow, that was wow. Now you got me.
Tell my brothers to line them up. We'll drink that whiskey from those old dirty cups. We'll toast to the present, the future, and the past. This ain't my first drink, but I sure it ain't my last. 'Cause this world is so beautiful. I see its love come shining through. This world is so beautiful. I see its love come shining.